Hello and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop Streamed, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. And today we're playing through Marvel Champions. It's not Friday, but it's new series, whatever they're called. Big Box Day. Terrence, what's up?
Campaign box, I think, right?
Campaign box, whatever it is. It's Sinister
I
Motives.
think it implies there's a campaign in there, though.
Yes. Well, there is a campaign, for sure. And we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit our brief thoughts at the end. But Terrence, it's been forever, buddy. How have you been?
I've been all right. I caught a little bit of your Tuesday, fielding some rules questions and things.
I appreciate that because you know me. If anybody's going to get a rule wrong, it's going to be me. And that's okay. That's why I got you and the audience around. Speaking of the audience, Victor Von Doom's out there already. Hey, what's up, Victor? He says, yay, an hour earlier than I expected, which is good because I had school tonight. No staying up late for me. All right, Victor. Well, we'll
school tonight?
Or I guess he has school tomorrow. Good because I have school. It's a school night. It's a school night. Yeah. So it is for all of us. So hopefully we're not going to do too much after stream. I don't know. We might cut that down anyway because it's gotten to be like an hour long every time and it feels like a lot.
So you say that and we haven't done it in like weeks though, right? So
yeah. Well, today we'll keep it short. But Terrence, you said you've been working basically nonstop since I last talked to you. So no Marvel Champions at all for you then, or what?
I think I've snuck in like maybe one or two games, but it has not been a ton. Like I've not cleared through the campaign or anything. Even though I've had it 2 days before the official street date, so you can tell how much playtime I've had.
Yeah, well, I have played through it. I did take a family vacation, and then I hooked my son on Marvel Champions, built him a Star-Lord deck, and we went through and played through the Sinister Motives campaign as well. And we just finished that one yesterday. So I've been through it twice, Terrence. Once solo, and once with my son. So
both standard, I assume?
Standard. Yeah. Now, the second time with my son, I did build the decks. The first time I played with Miles with his precon. But even the second time I went through, I built a shield deck as well. So I kind of feel like I'm shielded out. So I did not do shield here for this campaign. So we'll see how that goes.
Shielded out? Is that a thing?
I mean, it's not, but I figured I'd try something different. How about that? Instead of just shield. Now, it might be something I go back to. We'll see. You never know. But let's get into it, man. All right, so Sinister Motives, the new campaign. And how's it going to start out? It's going to start out with Miles and Gwen flying through downtown Manhattan. And Morales, there's an issue around 66 and 1st. We need you there immediately. Hey, Fury, I was just thinking about you. How was your trip? Did you see the dolphins? Miles, take care of it. Okay, fine, we're on our way. And it's Sandman, Upper East Side. Going from the left, I'll come in from behind. Got it. Whoosh, splat. That's pretty cool, by the way. She just goes like right through him. With her flying kick, and then like Sandman's like, oh, by the way, I'm just gonna...
I feel like that's just a really sad swinging web kick right there, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just spent 3 resources for 0 damage.
I hope this does not happen today, by the way. Yeah, and he's got his little hammer fist, he's got his other hammer fist, like, it's no good, and I'm just sitting here like covered in sand over here. So let's see. Scenario 1 is Sandman. Almost as if you were prepared for the fight, Sandman unleashes a deluge of dust upon you. Sand blasting the surrounding buildings and filling large portions of the street with tidal sands. Though people in the area try their hardest to escape, the surging sands become too much as the battle rages on. There are civilians in desperate need of rescue. So, we gotta rescue some civilians, we gotta take care of Sandman. Seems like some stuff's going on here. So let's see. When Sandman, when revealed, resolved the surging sands ability on the city street. Well, that's no good. So let's figure out what that is. So Sandman floods the streets with rushing sands, putting innocent bystanders in great danger. Force response. After acceleration token is placed here, deal 3 indirect damage to the first player. So that's not good. Going through the deck is bad. And guess what? City streets, he's going to go through the deck. Surging sands. Special. Place 1 sand counter here. Then discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of sand counters here. So again, going through the deck fast, that way he can do more indirect damage, which is a thing. Hero action. You can exhaust any character you control to remove sand counters from here equal to the attack. Limit once per round. Per player per round, right? Oh, yeah, per round per player. All right, so we do have to resolve this, though, right? So we place 1 sand counter here, so it's up to 5. And we discard 5. Come on, Shadows of the Past. Come on, Shadows of the Past. 1, 2, 3. There it is! 4, 5. It's not Saturday, Terence. It is not Saturday. Shadows of the
Friday?
Past.
Not Friday.
Or Friday. Oh my gosh. It's been too long since we streamed, buddy. All right, so we are playing Expert Campaign with Expert Sandman. So this could be challenging. I have a hard time with normal Sandman, by the way. I just want to throw that out there right now. I do. Actually, I find him the hardest villain until you get to Goblin. I did put everything in here. So we got Public Outcry. So just get used to this one because it'll be here all throughout the campaign. It's worth a victory point. It gets 3 notoriety counters. Response, after a minion or side scheme is defeated, remove 1 counter from here, which is really hard early. Actually becomes easier later in the campaign to do. But you get an extra card just for the fun of it until all 6 of those counters are removed.
Hold on. Are we playing Expert? Because I think there's an Expert campaign set up of placing 2 additional on this. So should this start off at 6?
Wait, what are you talking about? Where?
For the log. You forgot to read the fun.
Did I? Oh, place 2 additional sand counters on the streets environment and resolve surging sands. So, wait a minute. So we got to get this up to... so it would have started at 6. And then you surging sands, which does 7. So we've already got 5, 6, 7. Then he resolves surging sands. So that goes to 8. And we get rid of 8 more. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. Yeah, I really feel like we should just play Scarlet Witch against this deck.
Oh yeah, let's just go through. So there should be 15 there. We got that right now. Sorry, yes, I have not done Expert Campaign. I did not bother reading the Expert box here. Woo! All right, so
you did do Expert Campaign Public Outcry.
I did.
You have like half of it set up. So you're like trying to play this like middle of the road.
Yeah, by the way,
Expert
on
campaign.
not Expert, it's just an acceleration.
So much nicer.
Which is not as bad as this. Garbage.
It's also 1 less per player, which is also nice.
Well, yes, exactly. You want to go first or me, Terence? What do you think?
I can go first.
So for those people that don't know Miles and Gwen, we should probably go through them real quickly. Since you're going to go first, we'll go over Gwen. Why don't you go ahead and read her card and let us know what she does?
She's a civilian traded, which is cool, especially in this campaign, as we'll see. Action, choose to either shuffle Ticket to the Multiverse from your discard pile into your deck or ready George Stacy. Limit once per round. Time for that drum solo.
Nice.
Conveniently, I do have George in my hand, so we can take a look at that.
All right. Oh, yeah. Because, I didn't see him for like half of the time when I first went through the deck. I was like, I had no idea what this does, but hopefully it's good. All right, so what does he do?
He basically likes to have attachments attached to him. You can exhaust him as an action, which is very rare for a persona in this game, I think. So it's not kind of alter ego or hero traded.
Yeah, that's certainly something I noticed.
Exhaust him, attach 1 event from your hand face down here, and then you can only have a max of 3. And then you can play events attached here as if they were in your hand.
By the way, which makes him really good, which makes her really good for playing protection. Like, it's really cool to be able to put those protection events off to the side early in the game. And over here, you can do what? Isn't it something with George Stacy?
You can ready him, so you could like shove 2 events on him.
Nice.
If you're on Alter Ego, or Ticket to the Multiverse is a 3-cost upgrade that when you spend it, you get to basically discard and then draw up to your hand size.
Right.
And then ready all your upgrades.
Nothing
so
wrong with that.
Get like kind of a fresh turn again, and then, but it also is a double resource wild as well.
Yes, double wild. I remember that now. All right, so on this side, she's Thwart 1, attack 1, or attack 2, defense 3. So 1, 2, 3. And dizzying reflexes, response after you resolve an interrupt or response ability on an event, ready Ghost Spider. So you want to be having interrupts and responses, which is why it's great to be able to store cards on George Stacy as well. You want to store those interrupts and responses over there. Which also makes her great for protection as well, because you can interrupt with cards, and even if they don't normally ready you, they will with George or with Ghost Spider, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, she has literally the same stat line as Peter Parker.
Oh, I did not realize
1,
that.
2, 3, and 10 hit points, right?
Yeah, nice. And then she's a 6'5", I assume. Also, it seems like they're not going away from that after after the reception of Hulk.
I mean, you say that, but you did not. Did you see the Spider was announced today?
No, I didn't. Let's talk about that maybe at the end. Let's keep a little momentum going here. So I've got Miles Morales response. After you change this form, shuffle one Spider-Man card from your discard pile into your deck. So lets you get his cards back. And then on the other side, he has Venom Blast and Spider-Man Camouflage. These are the things that will be triggered by his cards. Deal 2 damage to an enemy and stun an enemy for Venom Blast. And Camouflages give Spider-Man the tough status card and confuse an enemy. Both effects are ridiculously good, and he will be doing it by doing cards. Oh, well, here you go. Web Shop, for example. It's an attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy if you paid for it using a Lightning Bolt resource. Resolve Spider-Man's Venom Blast. So already stunning on turn 1. Seems like a good thing. Although I have my buddy, is his name Genki Lee?
Yeah, Genki Lee. Yeah.
Okay, so exhaust Genki Lee to draw a card. If you're in hero form, you have to discard a card. But if not, you just get to keep that card, which seems good. Multitasking seems not terrible as well, but there's not really threat out here. So, I mean, I guess there's 4 on the main, but so I think, so let's see. Wraith, when a boost card is turned face up, exhaust Wraith and deal a damage to him. Cancel the card's boost effect. Seems good, but I don't know. Do I keep any of this except for Genki Lee and Rishot? Maybe I keep one of these web shooters. It just seems like you're paying 2 cards to get 1 resource in turn 1. If I've got 2 other things that I want to play, maybe not keep either of them. What do you think, Terence?
I mean, they're wilds though, right? I don't know how dependent you are on them, I guess, and how you built your deck.
I mean, let's be honest, Terence. I don't know either. Not very much.
I mean, I would definitely keep one.
I'll
right?
keep one. Worst case scenario, it'll be a resource. Oh, there's my other buddy, Jefferson Davis. Remove a threat from a scheme with the least threat, which is not terrible either. There's another web shop.
Like it's such a mediocre ability on opening turn.
Oh, to remove 1 threat? Yeah. It's not great.
Well, and you have to be an alter ego, right? So, like, you really do want to be flipping a ton.
Well, he wants to flip anyway, let's be honest. With all his stunning and confusing and all that stuff, he does want to flip quite a bit. And the nice part about it is every time you flip down, you'll be removing 2 threat. 1 on the turn you flip, 1 on the following turn, right? So it's not great turn 1 card, but it's a great card overall, right? And I am glad I kept the web shooter, by the way, because that's the only way I'm going to get that wild resource to resolve my Venom Blast ability. So, good call on keeping it. Although, if I do that, then I can't get Genki Lee in, can I? Huh.
I feel like Genki Lee is the better play because you get a card over...
Well, I put 2
Davis,
in to
right?
play Genki Lee, and then I'll draw a card and see what happens from there. So, but
okay.
You're first, right?
Yeah. So
hold on, before we get started, let's just say Victor Von Doom said substituting for 4th graders, and my wife's a teacher of 3rd, and Arden's in 2nd grade, so school night for all of us. Glad to have both of you back. Thanks, Victor. It's great to be back. We also have Ryan out there that said good evening to you both. Good evening, Ryan. Good to see you. Now, I'm going to ask one thing tonight that I've never asked before. Well, number 1, everybody put your thumbs up. Not actual thumbs, but thumb up the video. But the other thing I'm going to ask is, and I might start asking this regular, because I'm just curious where people are finding us from. I know where the regulars are finding us from, but I'm curious where everybody else is finding us from. So if you could thumb or arrow up the post if it's Reddit, or thumb up if it's Twitter or Facebook, just even on Discord, if you're finding us through Discord, go ahead and thumb up whatever source. I'm just kind of curious where people are coming from, because I have no way to get that information, and I'm kind of curious. So one special ask before we get started tonight, please thumb up not only the video itself, but wherever you were, wherever you came from, just so I can get an idea of where people are finding us. All right, Terence, with no further ado, dun dun dun, first player. Go ahead, Gwen.
All right. I feel like putting Dad into play with the card that fetches Dad. good play.
It seems about right.
And then, I mean, as much as I'd like to keep Phantom Flip, it just seems like you get this in play as well.
What is this? After you resolve an interrupt or response on an event, exhaust it to draw a card. Well, yeah, because you're going to want to do that because of your special abilities anyway, so.
Unfortunately, I don't have any cards left. I don't have any abilities, so I think I'm just going to exhaust to...
Wait, how did you get this in? Oh, you just attached this to George Stacy.
No, ignore this card's resource if you have Web Warrior, which I am.
Oh, after a Web Warrior ally leaves play, choose a player. That player draws a card. You know, I should probably be putting that in my Miles deck. Although, I guess I don't have Web Warrior ally, so never mind. You're right. Not great.
It's also unique, so only one of us can have it.
There you go. All right.
And then I think I'm going to spend the 2 to remove probably 2 off the City Streets.
I think that's right. I mean, this is just ridiculous. We can't keep going through. I mean, I've had like 5 or 6 acceleration tokens on this before. Sandman's tough, man. He's got 3 attack. His attacks are indirect. When Sandman attacks you, that attack deals indirect damage. If your identity takes any amount of damage from the attack, resolve Surging Sands. I mean, he's just brutal, Terence. He's brutal.
I mean, it's just a lot on that counter.
Yeah, well, and the Surging Sands starting with a lot. Again, you're going through the deck super fast. Although, I'll be honest, I forgot to put one of the modulars in, I think, the first time I played. So there's that, too. So I went through the deck even faster. I was like, oh my gosh. No wonder this was so terrible. All right, so I'm going to discard Lay Down the Law and one of my web shots. And I'm going to play Genki Lee. And Genki Lee's going to exhaust to draw me a card. Defense Mechanism. After your hero uses a basic power, discard Defense Mechanism. Spider-Man to Camouflage. Ooh. That's interesting because it gives me tough and confuses him. That's a real good card. But if we're taking stuff off of Surging Sands, what I feel like I got to do is put my web shooter in. So that gets, what, 3 resources on it? But I'm going to spend one of them. And I'm going to spend Jefferson Davis, as much as I like him, exhaust him to remove a threat from a scheme, to web shooter. So I deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using a lightning resource, which I did because I used a wild from the web shooter, I resolve the Venom Blast. So let's see how this works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we look. Oops, I should have flipped over before then. Venom Blast says deal 2 damage to an enemy and stun that enemy. 1, 2, and stunned. That feels pretty good, Terence. For a turn.
Well, you just love your stunning.
I mean, I do. And then I am also going to take 2 off of this City Streets environment over here as well. Oh, 9 Down joined us. Welcome, 9 Down. Now, well, the other thing is I am probably not going to be able to keep up with the chat as much as I love to. So if you have anything specifically to say to me or Terence, try to put it in all bold so that way we catch it. Because I know a lot of people like to chat amongst the chat itself. So if you got something specifically for us, all bold. All right. Terence, what's going on?
Ready and refresh. Get your hands, right?
Yeah. I forgot how to do this. Oh, you know what? I have our post-stream discussion, by the way. I'm going to talk about live play versus TTS play after being off. And I've played every game of mine live except for one game on TTS. The first game of the campaign, of my solo campaign, I played on the computer. Every other game I played live. So I played live.
Is that like the most you've kind of played your physical cards in a while?
I played it at least 13 or 14 times.
Because you traveled with it, right? So you played solo, not on TTS.
Correct.
Is that true?
Yeah, so I played game 1 on TTS, first Sandman, and then every other game I played live because my kids were using my computer, and then I played with my wife live once, and I played the entire Sinister Motives campaign with my son live. So, like I said, it's been, because I lost some games in there, it's been at least 13, 14 games I played live.
I mean, is that like an all-time high for you?
No.
How much did you play? I'm curious, like, how much did you play when you first got the game? Or when Mike first got the game, I guess?
Oh, all.
Live.
Everything was live.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
everything
nothing was on
live.
TTS, right?
Yeah, there was nothing on TTS there. But let's talk about it after, because I do have some thoughts on, because my thoughts have changed, and it's interesting playing live after playing on TTS for a while. I do have some somewhat different thoughts, and maybe why it's hard for people to get into this game live as well. So we'll talk about all that at the end. But first things first, we're going to add 2 threat to the scheme. Then he is going to try to attack you, but is stunned. And then he's going to attack me. And are you taking this one?
I can defend for you.
Okay.
I'm going to play Defiance.
Oh, what's that do? When
It just cancels the boost card.
Oh, sweet. Which is great, because that would have been terrible.
Yeah, I actually, so I was kind of, I feel like a lot of people really like Preemptive Strike over Defiance, because you can hold Preemptive, right? But I think one of the things that has been cool about Defiance, as I've been playing through this campaign, is even though you got to declare early, and it's obviously great with Gwen, is that it also cancels like anything that has the shadow or like the boost
effects.
So like it's just like, oh, you drew Ronin as a boost, cool story. You just canceled it.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it's bad having both also. But yeah, no, I agree. I didn't realize it canceled the boost effects too. Yeah, that is a really good
card.
The
entire card, right?
So that's
I get a ready from that, and I get to draw a card.
Yep. So just for those of you who don't exactly understand indirect damage with an attack, because I didn't, honestly. So because he defended with 3, you defend all the damage first, and then it becomes indirect damage, where you can pass it around wherever you want to. So he blocked all 3 of that damage. And got to draw a card, which is awesome. And then you get a card, I get a card, right?
No, I think only I get. Oh, not a card you draw, just a card.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean for this. No, it's just you for that.
Cool. Place X here where X equal numbers stand. Oh, well, at least we got it down to half, so it's only at 6. Oh, I also get an extra card.
What? Of this. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Welcome to Expert.
Welcome to the jungle. Oh, another one.
Oh, did you want another card? I really.
Here
we go.
Oh, so this is something cool that's part of this campaign. Let's talk about this right now. All right, so it's 3 per player. So these are like side schemes that come out, which are like other stuff that's going on in the campaign. They have a bunch of them, and you shuffle one, so they have like Rubble Rescue and Henchman Heist, and there's like one is a back alley burglary, and my favorite, Cat in a Tree. So for no reason you can go off and do these like side quests, but they get you victory points as well, which you'll see is useful. But the other neat part about them is they certainly help get rid of this as well. I don't mind getting side schemes and henchmen in this one, just to get rid of this stupid public outcry, which also gives you a victory point, by the way. So what's this one? Because they're all different. They don't necessarily have like acceleration tokens or draw cards or whatever. So, Force Interrupt. When the villain phase begins, place 1 speed counter here. If there are 2 speed counters here, remove this card from the game and discard the top 3 cards of each player's deck. So we have 2 turns basically to get rid of this, but it doesn't do anything bad to us. Oh, except it does surge, by the way. So
yeah, I did get that. So I got Rhino, just in case we needed more stuff.
Okay then. He's worse than like the Rhino villain. What is going on here, Terence? 9 Down says, "Oh my god, lots of laughs. Cat in a Tree. That's my new favorite card." Yes, it's pretty fun. Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. By the way, if remember how I said these side schemes are awesome because they're gonna help us get rid of this? Maybe not, Terence. Maybe not. 10 threat is a lot on a side scheme. Holy moly, and 8 life on Rhino. And we got Sandman still. By the way, don't forget about him. Terence, it feels...
I had forgotten about Sandman now that you mention it.
You know what it feels like, Terence?
You just stun and we flip down, and that's like... We figure out how to deal with this another day? Like, I don't know.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Let's... you mean confuse? With Sonic Rifle?
Yeah, like you confuse him, and then we like flip down. I don't know.
I mean, Qzar is not terrible right now. After Qzar
No,
enters
that's not
play,
true.
remove a threat from each scheme.
There's just so much threat, right, that you have to remove.
I mean, it's only 3. After you play arrows from your hand, confuse a minion for each. Yeah, so I could confuse him 2 if I spent 2. Making an entrance.
I don't care about. He has 0 schemes, so who cares about? I know.
Making an entrance is not bad. It's 2 extra thwarting. I mean, can I afford a sonic rifle and Qzar? No, right? There's no way. No. I could afford a sonic rifle and making an entrance for 2 reasons. One, Genki Lee. The other one, web shooter. Do I thwart 4 off of something? Maybe even main? And then decide what to do?
I don't know. What are you thinking? Like 4 with making an entrance on...
I mean, I actually think I just do everything. I do making an entrance, do 4 off main, and then I probably just put a sonic rifle in and confuse.
And then you flip down?
I mean, should I flip down? Then we're both down. Then that's even more threat coming out.
I don't have to flip down, to be honest.
With Rhino in front of you?
Yeah, I got some young love, bro.
I mean, I guess. We both have to be alter ego for that. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you could put it on George Stacy.
No, but the thing is, you could be an alter ego this turn, and if I'm first player next turn...
You are first player, so you'd flip over.
Yeah, you're first player now, so I'd be first player next turn. So if you flip down now, I could play it next turn.
All right, so you want to do that?
It would be a bit of a waste because it's each of us would heal 3, right? And so you have not been damaged.
I mean, we got city streets to think about too, which is a thing.
I mean, I can also just stash it, to be honest. Like,
well, that's what I was saying too. I mean, if we're both flipping down, then I got to thwart the main scheme. If we're not, then I can thwart one of these side schemes.
I can also just kill Rhino. That's the other option.
Can you straight up kill him?
I mean, Ghost Kick. 6.
What's Ghost Kick? Oh, wow. But then you're not taking off any off sands, but it doesn't matter because we shouldn't be adding to the sands. All right, let me focus on a side scheme then, right? So I'll do this to make an entrance and thwart for 4. And we'll just take it off this bottom one, right? We're not going to worry about the off the rails thing.
What happens when it triggers?
Nothing. Oh, we discarded 3 cards of our deck. I don't care about that. I mean, it's either that or keep an extra card for longer.
Yeah, it basically depends on how much you care about that victory point.
I mean, I do, but I feel like there's no way I'm getting that and then getting this anytime soon. Do you agree?
Okay.
Or
Sure. I mean, it's too early to say in this game what will happen. So
yeah, no, I feel like it's too much to ask. I don't think I have that much thwarting in my deck. So I'm gonna confuse. Oh, by the way, did you see this? Hey, look! I accidentally threw away Master Plan. Oops, it's still there. So the trash is a bag now. It's not a.
That feels much nicer than the other thing where it's just like, oops.
Yeah, no,
Whoops.
I accidentally threw something away the other day, and I'm like, oh no. But then I realized it was still in there. So Victor says, lots of laugh. I agree. I like these low-key troubles like the cat after all the cosmic stuff. Give me street level or give me death. Yes, so it definitely makes it feel a little bit more street level. Although I don't think any street level would make the choice of letting that train go off the rails like I'm about to do. So I do get to put a card back in. So this is an interesting choice, Terence, because we know Webshot, how good that is. Not Jefferson, but defense.
Do you want Jefferson Davis?
I don't think I do. Or maybe I do. What do you think?
I mean, it depends how often you're flipping.
I mean, I think I am going to be flipping. I mean, it doesn't go to my hand. That's the problem. It gets shuffled into my deck.
Yeah.
I mean, defense mechanism's not horrible either, right? Because that gives me tough and confuses him. Although I got plenty of ways to confuse him now. What do you think? Jefferson Davis or web shot or defense mechanism? Those are what I'm leaning between. Any thoughts from the peanut gallery out there also?
I mean, stun is definitely nice, but Jefferson Davis will thin your deck, so that could be nice too. It'll be out, and you'll cycle through.
You know what? Sure. We'll put him in.
But on the flip side, it's also like, if you're flipping a bunch of times, then it's fine, right?
I mean, the plan is to flip a lot, and that's why I don't mind them. All right, and then we're going to draw a card and see what happens. Ooh, Jack Flag. I haven't seen any double resources, and I should have 6 in this deck with 3 power-ofs.
You have 3 power-ups?
I have 2 power-ofs and 3 double resources, right? Or 5, I'm sorry.
5. Okay.
So I have 5 double resources still in this deck. Kind of feels like I should keep Jack Flag, right?
Yeah. Well, sure.
All right. I'm going to hold on to him. Well, I don't have to decide now. You still get your full turn before I have to decide. But
all right. So my thought here is I could Ghost Kick.
I mean, I think you have to, right? You got to get rid of Rhino. Because don't forget, getting rid of Rhino helps with this, too. Unless you get something better.
No, because I can only pull off 6 damage, which is just too short.
Wait, you can attack yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if I pulled, I can play Spider-Man.
Wait, what do you mean?
Across the Spider-Verse, I can play any Web Warrior ally from my discard into play.
Oh. Okay.
So that could play Spider-Man, and then he readies me, and then he also has a 2/2 stat line, but that's 6, so it's like too short of greatness, I guess.
Well, you also have to exhaust yourself to do this too, right? You just don't have enough resources.
Yeah, but I could exhaust. It's a Web Warrior card, right? So you just exhaust Web of Life and Destiny.
Oh.
Right? So it's kind of like...
Wait. Exhaust a Web Warrior card, search your discard pile for a Web Warrior ally and put it into play, then choose a player. That player may spend 3 resources of any type to repeat this ability.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't have the 3 resources, obviously.
I wouldn't have the 3, no.
So do you deal with a round of Rhino, I guess is the question.
No, I mean, I can just not play it, right? So I'll just pitch Silk, as great as Silk is, and Expert Defense to basically attack Rhino for 2 and Ghost Kick him, and then I'm ready.
Oh,
and
Ghost Kick readies you?
It does because of my ability.
Oh, right. Nice.
And so I killed Rhino, and I'll remove 2 off the sand counter. And then I will stash...
Did you do that already or no? It was at 4, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe I'll put George here and then stack 3 cards to the right of him.
That's fine. Or do you want to put this one? I mean, I guess you want both of them stashed, right?
Well, no, that's not.
Oh, that's not stashed. That's in play. Sorry.
I can only stash 1. I could stash 2 if I flip down, but I'm not flipping down, I don't think.
I mean, I don't think Young Love's that important right now. I don't think you're getting hurt anytime soon, right? I mean, you have 1 less chance of drawing a defense card. I would say, yeah, stash across the Spider-Verse and get rid of Young Love. I know you want to play it because it's this team-up card, but I don't think it's good right now.
I just don't have any built-in healing.
Yeah. All right, we good?
Yep.
All right, let's ready up and draw up. I am going to hold on to Jack. I did get 2 double resources, as was, I guess, somewhat predictable. Play under any player's control. Exhaust Sense of Justice to get a resource for a thwart event. Late on the law. After you change form, I could remove 4. All right. So there's some stuff. I think I can still do everything. Yeah, I can because of the web shooter. Good call on turn 1.
I mean, web shooter is so good because it It is one, but you get three, so it's basically like a much better, any of the two
Well, it's
costs basic
two,
cards.
right? It's still two because it's
Where you get
card
three
itself.
counters, right? Like the other
Yeah.
one, and the other ones cost two for three, but this is also wilds, which
No. That's
in
what makes it
wilds.
real good. So we'll see. All right. But let's go ahead and add threat. 2 threat. And then we are going to have him try to thwart because of me, but he's confused. Then he's going to
All right,
attack you.
I'll defend. This defending.
Oh, because that's an after. They defend. Nothing. Boom.
Perfect.
And
I will
gets rid of an
punch him.
advance, by the way.
I counter punch him to do two, and ready.
Nice. By the way,
Uh,
getting rid of an advance makes me happy in multiple
and
ways.
then draw a card.
Oh, nice. All right. Oh, we should have taken one off of this as well, because you killed Rhino. All right. Where are we at now?
Cards. So you take your.
I take 2, you take 2, right?
Yep.
Because we get an extra one here and an extra one here, which is awesome. Oh, wait. When does this thing get a counter? When the villain phase begins, we put a counter on it. If there are at least 2 speed counters here, remove the card from the game. So next turn, this is gone, unless I can thwart for 10 next turn. Not gonna happen. Rhino schemes with +2 scheme. If Rhino is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Rhino minion and put him into play. Engage with you. Huh.
How much do you want me to stop that?
I mean, do you have a swinging web kick?
No, I have a pirouette punch.
You have pirouette punch and you can get Spider-Man in?
No, I can't do anything. Well, I mean, yeah, I can play. Yeah, I can basically ditch my hand to play Across the Spider-Verse.
You have to ditch your whole hand for it, do you?
I would, because I have to pay 2 for pirouette punch. Basically, if I don't play anything this turn, I can trigger this twice, right? Which is whatever.
You can get 2 in. I don't know. So what would you have to do to get rid of it?
Play pirouette punch and discard 2 cards.
So then you couldn't Across the Spider-Verse? Is that what you're saying?
No, I can. I still have 2 resources in my hand, right?
So what do you think? How bad do you think Rhino is?
It's just a lot of resourcing to deal with him, right?
It is. All right, so you're going to get rid of it?
The other alternative is I do have Ghost Kick in my hand, so I could do that instead. And that will let me ready, which is potentially better.
All right, so we want to put him in now.
I think so, right? That's probably the better call.
Yeah, because Ghost Kick's... I mean, anytime you could just do 6 damage and ready, yeah, that seems better. All right. Oh, here's another one.
Surge. Well, you can do that on your alter ego side, right? So that's kind of nice.
Oh, the villain schemes. There we go. Schemes for 1 plus another 2 is 3. Which is becoming an issue, because if we get to 18, we lose. So I can spend a fist on this side to get rid of them. If I do that, I draw a card. And that takes another thing off of here, too, which is great.
Alright.
When revealed, deal X indirect damage among players, divided as you choose, where X is equal to the number of stand counters on the city streets. Alright, so why don't I just take them? Because I'm on alter ego, and...
Are you going to heal on that side?
No.
Or we can just split it 1-1.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I feel like I'm flipping down way more than you are. I'd rather me flip down than you.
Okay.
Alright, so at some point I can get rid of it, or we just don't worry about it.
You have crew quarters?
I might. I can't remember. Villain attacks you. So there's that. Or unless you want to get rid of it.
If I do it, I can't get rid of Rhino.
If you do what?
If I play anything, right?
No, because you can still Ghost Kick Rhino. I think you get rid of Rhino. I get rid of this dude, and this scheme here is going to be a good enough turn. So you decide if you want to get punched in the face or not.
Wait, so if I block here, I then don't have to do anything. I can into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man to then ready me. Okay.
Well, you can Defiance it to not trigger the Sans ability, although it's only at 2, so, I mean, I don't care that much about that.
No, I mean, I need it to play into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, and to play Ghost Kick. Gotcha.
Yes.
So you're just going to take whatever boost this is.
I'm blocking it.
Right. So he's going to do 3 to you. And then City Streets goes off, so this goes to 3, and we discard 3 cards, right?
Yep.
1, 2.
You know, I
3.
am now kind of sad getting rid of Young Love, but hopefully you have it.
I mean, are you sad to have Into the Spider-Verse? And you wouldn't have gotten your defense card. Don't forget that was your last card you drew.
No, I mean I just got that from Web Bracelet, but I'm just
No. You had a different one that was the last one. Whatever you used here, Counterpunch was your last one.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have been able to draw. You wouldn't have been able to ready. I'm just saying, it's not the worst thing in the world.
All right, first player goes me.
Yep.
All right, I'll sacrifice 2 other Spider-Mans. To go across the Spider-Verse to get another Spider-Man.
To get the good one.
I mean, I feel like this is like the best Spider-Man ally in Ghost Spider's deck. Because when she's exhausted, it hurts her so much.
Right. I mean, this is a great card no matter what. Now, so for people who don't understand how this one works yet, because it is still new, requirement means you have to spend those resources. That means even if you have stuff that makes Web Warriors free, you would still have to spend all 3 of those resources to play this card. So
but only when you pay for it.
Right. Of course, not when playing it out of. But it says while playing.
Not when you cheat. Not when you cheat it.
Not when you cheat it in. Right. Response: after Spider-Man attacks or thwarts, choose another Web Warrior character and ready that character. By the way, you could even do it to me. Not that you would in this situation, but that ain't happening.
Bro.
Well, hold on. You want a Ghost Kick first, though, right?
What? No, I need Spider-Man to ready me because I can't Ghost Kick if I'm exhausted.
Is that true? Why not?
Yeah, Ghost Kick isn't a response, dude. You have to do it off of a basic action.
Oh.
It's why Spider-Man is such a important part to her deck, because you need a way to keep her ready in case you get exhausted by a treachery.
Got it.
Defend a second time, right?
So what are you gonna have Spider-Man do?
Thwart of some kind, I think, is the answer here.
Maybe main.
So what do you want? You want 2 off of
Title Sands? I mean, I'm gonna get it. Well, yeah, you can take 2 off now, and then I'll do main or whatever else. It doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter, because then you can lay down the law and just clear it.
Well, I'm definitely laying down the law to clear it. The question is, what else?
But if you lay down the law to clear it, then you can deal with whatever at that point, because it's a clean 4.
Exactly right.
All right, so then she readies, because I'm going to choose myself. Sorry. None of your stuff's exhausted anyway.
I'm not a Web Warrior anyway at this point.
And then I'm going to, unfortunately, burn these great events to then Ghost Kick after I...
Yeah, you have to attack. So you're doing a basic attack on Rhino for 2. Then you're doing 6 more, right?
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then I ready?
Dead. He goes down to 4. Yeah.
And then ready again.
Anything but Title Sands. Really.
So I think at this point, I'm just going to remove 2 more off of City Streets. This one.
If you had done 4 here.
I can't do... I can't do 4.
You could have done 4 if you did Spider-Man and you. You could have done 4. We could
No, I only do 3. I Thor for 1, dude.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's terrible. Never mind. We'd be 1 short on this one. If we were going after it. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine not to have. All right, so you get rid of City Streets, so you get rid of
down to 1.
Sand.
Yeah.
I think that is the right call. All right, so I can spend a fist action to get rid of this one.
You Genki lead first, right? That's what you do.
Well, yes. Always draw the cards first. I don't have a fist, so I got a web shooter this.
Yeah, you could web shooter it. That's probably the right call.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah, and then you get to draw a card out of it, or remove 3 threat.
Ooh.
So the question is, could you clear this?
Well, hold on. We might have to retcon something. So let's see.
Wait, so if you're gonna do that, should I thwart that down? So that would be down to 8. You would get it down to 5. I could thwart instead of removing 2 stand counters.
Would your 1 be the difference? So that'd be 3.
So basically 1. So I would do 3,
and I do 4.
It down to 7, and then you do 4, and then this does the 3, right here.
Well, hold on. So do we want it? Are we really doing this?
I mean, yeah.
All right. So you're doing 1 and keeping this at 3.
Right, and then Spider-Man also did the 2.
Oh, Spider-Man did 2 also?
Well, instead of here, right? Spider-Man, we clear that.
Okay. All right.
And then.
By the way, I'm still good. I still potentially. All right. So hold on. Slow down. So I spent a fist by doing this.
Yeah.
Spend a fist resource. Deal 3 damage to common criminal. If it is defeated this way, choose to either draw a card or remove 3 threat from a side scheme. All right. So we're removing the 3 threat. We did that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do that now.
Yeah.
Because you removed 3 from here with Spider-Man and yourself.
Yeah,
okay.
I've never seen Ghost Spider thwart, but, there's a first time for everything.
It's a thing. It's a new thing that we're trying out. All right.
Are you doing Sense of Justice?
I am definitely
right?
doing Sense of Justice and lay down the law. So power of to do Sense of Justice. Then I'm going to flip. Now I'm going to use Sense of Justice to lay down the law. And that removes 4 threat. After you change form, remove 3 threat from a scheme, 4 if you paid for it. With that resource, this gives me that mental resource. So that's 4, so that removes it. So this is gone, and this goes to our victory pile here. I'll just make one over here. And that will not come back. So we did rescue the train. Look at us. All right, that knocks this down
at the very
1.
last minute, for sure.
Yeah, no joke. Well, I mean, as is done. Now, I don't think
that's how it is in every TV show and movie, right? Like, no one rescues the train early.
No. So, did I knock this down enough times? So we had
I think so.
Rhino, that Rhino, that Rhino. So that would have been 3, and this. So actually, it should be down to 2.
Wait, we killed Rhino 2 times.
Right.
Not
so
3.
1, 2, and then my little criminal dude, and then this side scheme. So that's 4 total. 2 rhinos, this criminal, and this side scheme. So that's 4. All right, so we got 4 off of there. So everything seems to be in order right now. And then I just pay everything for Jack Flag?
Sure.
What's for justice?
And then
3 threat? I mean, that's the other option. I could just forget Jack Flag and get rid of this. Which seems good.
Can you? You can't do 6.
Oh, I could do 3, 4, 5 because I don't have a stupid mental resource.
I mean, the other option is you could not use this. You can use your strength
instead. All right, to have paid for
Sense of Justice.
Sense of Justice
because it's not sensitive, right?
Yes. So now
and then Power Justice pays for
justice. That's 4. And I'm 2. I feel like that's the right call, right? Even though it doesn't get me Jack Flag, which is a little sad. So that's
it's up to you.
That's 4, and I'm removing 2 more, which makes it 6. So we get rid of this.
I mean, one less card feels good.
1 more off of here too. Like,
I mean, the public will be less mad at us when we got rid of this stupid title sands. That's for sure.
Yes. All right. So I am sitting on both Quake and Jack Flag. Well,
I mean, you ditch one of those, right?
We're gonna Sonic Rifle also to confuse, in case you're wondering. Because this.
I mean, you ditch one of these, right?
This is not happy. Yeah. So, I mean, Quake's in there for a cheap ally, to be honest. But if you're protection, I think I keep Jack Flag. Jack Flag's the better long-term play, I feel like. If I need a chumper, she's great. She'll be great for Venom other heroes. Not necessarily great in this scenario, I don't think. So I'm going to get rid of her and draw 4.
All right. I have an answer.
Oh, Wasteland's here. 2 words, Galaxy Quest. Sorry, I missed you coming in. I just saw you in the middle. As always, please use all caps if you want to talk to us. I love that that our chat loves talking to each other, though.
Yeah, they don't need us.
I mean, they really don't.
I don't know why they wait to talk to each other because of us. They should clearly just hang out without us.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Us as a background distraction, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so we are going to add 2 to the main scheme, and cringe a little bit.
I do have some answers for that.
You have thwarting? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna Phantom Flip to remove 5 off of that when he attacks me.
Well, by the way, I do have 4 Justice also, so that'll be another 4. So that's not the worst thing in the world. Although,
I mean, don't get too excited. They're probably gonna throw some side scheme at us. So,
I mean, we want that. We want a side scheme, or we want a an enemy, just so we can get rid of this stupid public outcry, right? Like,
yeah,
this is the only time. This campaign is the only time like I want to see side schemes and minions come out. All right, so we're done with all that. So now he is going to activate against us. He is activating against you first, my friend.
I will defend as one should.
And you got nothing to play here?
Nope.
Okay. So he is doing 2 more, so that's a total of 5.
Yep. So I'll take 2 of those.
Okay, and then he resolves the sands.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'm just getting all those treacheries that we're gonna pop. So I will play Phantom Foot though.
So what does that do?
To ready.
After Ghost Spider uses a basic power, remove 5 threat from a scheme.
Yep. Drops down 8.
I mean,
and
that
then I
feels
will
good.
exhaust Web Bracelet to ready.
And draw a card.
Or not ready to draw a card.
Did you draw the card?
I did.
Oh, because you had to pay
Nightmares.
for Phantom Flip. I'm so used to you like getting free stuff.
Sorry.
So are you defending me? Am I defending me? What are we doing here?
I don't have anything, so I'm happy to defend for you, and then I could flip down or something.
I mean, you need to flip down, honestly. I don't need to flip down this turn. It's fine. So, are you defending or you want me to defend?
I can defend.
All right, so you're defending, which does 0 damage.
0.
Sweet. All right, which means we don't resolve this. So if I had defended, we would have had to resolve it. So we got that going for us. Go ahead and draw your 1, 2 cards. Dang it. Oh, so that's a negative. It goes off against you.
Yep. That's 3 damage.
Yep. So after an acceleration took its place on this scheme, deal 3 indirect damage to the first player. Yeah, that's not great. What happens if I try to draw a card here? Does it shuffle it? No, doesn't know how to do that.
No, I think you wanted it to not.
Well, because then you forget sometimes, yes. So I don't mind it not. I do want this a little bigger. There we go. All right. Oh, you got this little jobber. Well, that's yours to take
I
care
do
of.
get a surge.
Peril. Place an acceleration token, which would do 3 more and kill you. Or exhaust the character you control and spend a resource of any type. That's pretty terrible. Gotta be honest, don't love that. Attach the Sandman. When deal any mana damage to him, discard it instead and resolve Surging Sand. So we gotta get rid of this before we do any of that.
Okay.
Before you do any damage, which is fine. Place an acceleration token. Nope. Exhaust your character and spend a resource of any type. Wow. Huh. It's not great. Remove 4 threat. Oh, wait. That's better than 4 justice anyway. Swing it in. It's 4 threat and do camouflage.
Yep.
Which is just better.
Yep.
Than 4 justice. So I'm just
Welcome
getting...
Yep.
I'm just getting rid of that.
I mean, you could Jack Flag, though. That is also an option.
Yeah. We'll see. All right. So, good news, bad news. Bad news is we both had are
I've
all
spent
exhausted.
all my cards. Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing.
My plan is to flip down.
Yes. Well, and I assume you're going to use the fist to get rid of him.
I don't have fists.
Did you discard a fist? Dang it. So we have to
She
kill
force
him.
was 0, so I'm fine.
Sure. I mean, but if you get rid of her, we get rid of this, right?
I mean, what I just like if I had a fist, I would do something, but I don't. So. You do also have this option. You do have Sense of Justice. You could play Sense of Justice in double life. To play Swinging In if you wanted. That would give you tough for this.
And then just
round.
hold on to this stuff and Jack Flag. I mean...
Yeah, if you want Jack Flag, because you have Genius, right? So, like, Genius does help pay for Jack Flag.
So just hold Genius and Jack Flag. I think that's what I have to do. I mean, I could Genki Lee double life.
No, yeah, if you want. Do you want a Genki Lee? Draw a card, discard card?
I mean, what would be the best case scenario out of that? There's really nothing that is... I mean, yeah, no, there's no point, right? So, yeah, let's pay these two to Swinging In. I think you're right. Remove 4 threat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Camouflage. So Camouflage, remember, is great. Give me Tough and them Confused. Now, they're already confused, actually.
Yeah, so nothing happens here. But you get the Tough, which is honestly pretty great.
I mean, yeah.
I think you would pay for that just for Tough.
Well, and don't forget, and removing 4 threat from a scheme. Let's not forget that part of it. I mean, it's pretty darn good. All right. So, it's to you, sir.
So this feels bad, but I think I'm just going to play my energy to pay crew quarters. Thoughts on that?
I mean, it is what it is, and then you're going to put electrostatic.
Because I feel like with the amount I'm defending, electrostatic is worth having, right?
Yeah, so you're going to put electrostatic on George?
I can't. It's not an event.
Oh, is it only an event?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you healed the one with crew quarters?
Mm-hmm.
He's real confused. Alright, so I draw 3. And ready up. Okay. So we had 3 to the main. By the way, I've had this up to like 5, which is ridiculous on against Sandman. Alright. So then Sandman tries to attack me and does. But my Tough just absorbs all of that. He tries to scheme against you and fails miserably because he's confused about how to do that. And then I draw 2 cards. And you draw 1. Alright. Cool. Attached to Sandman. Now, do both of these go away at the same time?
I assume so.
I think so, right? So it just resolves
They have the
this
same
twice.
trigger, so you have to resolve it sequentially twice, yeah.
Yeah. So that's not bad. If we remove all the sand off of here first, and then it goes for 1 and then 2, that's not the worst thing in the world, right?
I mean, that's the best.
For a plink of 1. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's not bad at all. Okay, there's this, which is fine. Well, we've removed a lot from the main scheme. So this gets 1.
It only has 1.
So it's a dirt trap. Beige billow floods the streets around you. Everywhere you turn, Sandman awaits. When defeated, resolve the surging sands ability in the city streets, then resolve it again. So this is another situation where it's going to go off twice. So for every reason in the world, we need to get rid of this. We can trigger this later, right? We don't give a crap about hitting him now. We get rid of all the sand, and then we get rid of this garbage. All right. So now yours.
Of course. Search me.
That's
remember that time when I wanted to heal? That was cool.
That's terrible.
Discard upgrade I control. This is also terrible. I think I only have the 1.
Why don't you get rid of Web of Destiny?
Oh, upgrade or support. That's true. Oh, I forget it's an upgrade and support.
Is it Anne? Oh, wait,
Yeah,
what?
or an upgrade or support. I was
Yeah,
just looking
yeah.
at my upgrades.
I mean,
They
the
were.
other option is to get rid of George Stacy, honestly. I mean, he's good, but I don't know that he's 100% necessary.
I mean, Web of Life is free though to play when it draws again.
I mean, yes, but who knows when that'll be? Spider-Man might be dead by then, and you would have drawn a card already.
Yep.
Your call. All right, you good?
Yep.
Do you have a fist this time?
Yep.
Oh, thank God. All right, so we are done with their turn.
This does go up here.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, it's TTS lagging on my end. All right, first player goes me.
Yep. Let's do
I'm
it.
gonna heal 1 for a whopping 4 health. I will sacrifice my combat counter punch to get rid of this, and then I think I'm gonna draw the card and not trigger this.
Yes, please. Not when there's 4 sand counters on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, it gets rid of this too. So we got that in our victory display. Yay.
Yeah. So how do I want to do this here?
I mean, you're clearly going to use him to ready you after you flip. Or are you not? Or are you not flipping this turn? I mean, I can keep him confused for another turn. It's not the end of the world. Do I have something to absorb that damage? Venom Blast. Yeah, I can stun him. By the way, Jack Flag's never coming into play. In case you're wondering.
You're just accepting it. It's like not happening, bro.
All right, so I can stun and confuse him, which makes an acrobatics pretty ridiculous. So if you want to stay down, feel free, brother. Feel free.
I don't have to, should I, though?
I mean, stunned and confused, so it's up to you. If you flip up, I might flip down. You know what I mean?
If I stay down to try to heal next turn, I for sure should play armored vest, right?
Oh, Awesome Arden's in the chat. Welcome. Good seeing you, Awesome Arden. Good night. Thanks for joining us. It was like hello, goodbye, but I'm sure he had some good chat out there.
Yeah. I'll do this. And then I will use my alter ego to then ready George to then put Pirouette Punch here. And then I'm done, I think. And then I don't use Spider-Man because there's no one to ready.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to do that. So you've just like totally built up. You got 2 things in here for later. You got 2 things in here. So now you're +1 defense, and you're going to take damage every time you defend. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I am going to do what I do, which is genius.
Are you trying to say you're a genius?
I am. I'm going to do what I do, which is be a genius. Oh,
you can't
no.
do that.
Hold on. Stop. You need to exhaust Spider-Man to remove 2 sand counters.
Oh, I'll do that. Sure.
Yes. Okay, I can't do that because I need to use a lightning bolt, is what you're telling me.
But as an action, I can do that anytime. Yeah, you need the lightning bolt here.
All right, so I'm going to Genki...
I guess it means...
Hold on, I'm going to draw a card. Let's see what happens here. Get rid of...
No, you need Jack Flag. You need his...
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of
Skilled
Skilled Investigator.
Yeah.
Wait, can I play Skilled Investigator? No. These are all attacks. Never mind. Okay. Skilled Investigator's gone. Alright, so I need Jack Flag for the lightning bolt. And Wiccan.
I mean, you just don't have enough, right?
I do. To web shot.
To play both of these.
Oh, I'm gonna play it. It's just I'm gonna play it for extra resources, which is a little sad. Right?
Sure. Yep.
I mean, it does... Oh, no, it does 0 damage, because... Hold on, then. Hold on. It's going to do 0 damage because he's got these stupid things unless I punch him in the face first. I mean...
No.
Is it
Yeah, it does 0 damage.
Is it worth it for 8 damage for me to punch him rather than removing these sand counters? I think not. I think I just play Wiccan, right?
Yeah, I think you just play Wick and you hold an acrobatics or something.
I don't think I can. Because I paid 1 lightning already for my web
And
shot.
skilled. Oh, no, yeah. No, you can't.
So now
I think you pay an acrobatics to
I think I pay an acrobatics to do web shot. So that's 4 damage. Oh! It's still going to trigger that. So hold on.
Well, you just exhaust. You exhaust your character first to remove the last 2.
So hold on. Let's start over. I got this.
Exhaust Spider-Man to clear this.
I got that. I understand that part of it. So now how do I do the 1 damage though? I don't. I'm going to hit him with this 4. I'm going to waste 4 damage. I mean, at that point, maybe I just put in Jack Flag.
Just put Jack Flag in.
Although then I don't get the stun is the negative.
Yeah. I feel like you're paying 2 for the stun at that point.
Which
I mean, you could just put it. You could, yeah, because you can't chump with him, right? That's the big problem.
Right. There's no chumping in this scenario, so I still think I have to web shot. I mean, I still get 2 damage through. Hold on. So I think I go back to what I originally was thinking. Here's 1, 2 to pay for this web shot, right? So 4 damage, which does nothing but triggers these. So we're going to trigger these first. So the first one puts it on 1 counter.
Wait.
Hold on, I got it, Terence. I got it.
Why don't you just put Wiccan in and have him do the 1? And then pay for your thing to stun with web shot.
We'll do that first.
Yeah, just use your genius, pay for Wiccan, forget an acrobatics.
But what's Wiccan going to do? Just poke for 1?
Poke for 1, it gets rid of it.
Yeah, I was going to an acrobatics afterward to do 8 to him.
Sure, you can do that if you want.
Let's just stick with what I was doing. All right, so 1, 2 to pay for web shot. So that 4 damage is ignored, and then we do this twice. So the first one does this, second one changes it to 2 and does this. Then he takes 2 damage and gets stunned because I used a lightning.
Why does he take 2?
Because I did a lightning, which triggers Venom Blast. Venom Blast is deal 2 damage and stun an enemy. Then I'm going to confuse him with my rifle. So now he is stunned and confused. And I'm going to an acrobatics, which does 2 damage, 3 more if he's stunned, 3 more if he's confused, for a total of 8 damage.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know if it would have been better to have Wiccan, but I don't feel bad about that. Right?
Nope.
I mean, look, you say I always slow play. I'm not slow playing. I went for the more aggressive approach here. Because honestly, Wiccan makes me sad half the time. And Wiccan goes through his deck faster, right? Because you're flipping his cards.
Yep.
So, I think I'm alright the way it turned out. Yep. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 on the main. Then he's stunned and confused. Let's just make that easy. Then he go ahead and draw 1 card, Terence. 1 card.
Or what?
We have no more acceleration cards, so just 1. Alright, flip it.
Of course.
That's alright. 1 plus 1. It's not the worst thing in the world. I didn't draw my cards, by the way. Let's see if I can...
Yeah, sometimes you forget that.
Well, I got under surveillance.
Swinging in seems great.
I mean, I got under surveillance and swinging in, right?
Yeah. And you do need wilds in this
basic
deck.
Power. Use Venom Blast, which I kind of like, also. So we'll see. Under surveillance, or I just do some other ridiculous stuff. I do double life and I do power within, which seems pretty good. Right?
I mean, you could swing in to then flip down, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Because it would confuse them.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I got to figure out what my card is first. So what did that do? What was yours?
We did the advance.
Oh, right.
Cool.
X is equal to the number of sand, but who cares if we clear the sand? All right. When defeated, resolve Surging Sands, by the way, also. That's the more annoying part of what's going on here. So wait, why am I exhausted? Because I forgot to untap everything? Is really what's going on here? Okay. I just want to make sure that I understand where I've been a fool. All right. It is me as the first player.
Yep.
I mean, I'm definitely swinging in. No question. It is a thwart, so I get to use Sense of Justice. I don't love Double Life, honestly, so I'm going to use that.
Double Life is pretty good if you had more basic physical, right?
Well, you know what makes it good is you can Genki Lee and you can use your other thing, flip down and flip back up. If you're not going to be a flip down hero the way I am, I think it's great if you're like protection or whatever, and you just want to flip down to use your like.
I mean, it's also really good if you're playing downtime, right? Because like you could do your exhaust to do hero things. You play Double Life, you go down, and then you're healing for what is his base recovery? 4. So you have like 6.
Yeah, no,
so you'd be
it's
up to
not
like
terrible.
6. I mean, that's pretty good.
All right. Well, anyway, I decided to pay it to swinging in, along with Sense of Justice. All right, so we're swinging in. We're moving 4. Oh, whoa. First, I got to thwart this down, right?
Yep. So you just do that.
Hold on. Well, hold on.
Basic.
Because swinging in is an action. So if I do that, then we're going to lose 7 cards here. I mean, I don't think we have a choice, right? You have no way to... Well, this is an action. You could exhaust somebody. I don't think you want to exhaust Spider-Man. Well, or do you? Not care.
Depends if you want me to do something on my turn.
I don't really care. As long as we get rid of this.
Well, what do you want to do about this guy?
So what's worst case scenario here? 7 cards discarded? I guess we still have 23. 7's not the worst thing, right? So I'll just do that. We'll get rid of this. Resolve Surging Sands twice. So we do it at 3, then we do it at 4. So it's total 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I haven't seen yet? You know what I haven't seen yet. Oh, all right. Well, but that gets rid of that. Now, wait, what is this thing? Oh, that's Surging Sands. Right. Okay. Now I swinging in and do what I say. So this and this, pay for swinging in, which removes 4 and camouflages me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, confuses him, not stuns, toughs me. That's not a tough. That's tough. All right, then Power Within is an upgrade, so I don't have to play it now. I can flip down first. Genki Lee. Ooh. So do I... All right, well, we're definitely doing this. Paying 2 to Under Surveillance.
I mean, you play it, right? Play your Power with... Are you shuffling in anything, by the way, before you make these decisions?
Yes. That is a good call. So actually, I don't have Lay Down the Law. We're going to... Actually, I'll just search. What do you think?
I feel like your 2-cost events are the cards you like playing the most, unless you want to get Jefferson Davis.
Why don't I do the thwart one then? What is that, Web Shot? No.
No, Web Shot's the other one. You want swinging in.
Which I have one in my hand. Did I discard another one? I don't.
You don't have one in your hand. You played it. It should be in your discard pile.
I played it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. So swinging in gets shuffled back in.
Well, I guess it's swinging, but...
Swing in.
Swinging sounds like the appropriate thing that you're actually doing.
Yes. All right.
Then you just play it, right?
And then I get rid of Make an Entrance to do this one. So after
You still have tough?
I do. I just got tough.
Oh, you just got it.
Because I did swing in.
Yeah.
Right? Which gave me tough. And
so does this mean I don't care about killing Sand Clone right now?
I mean, he does 1 thwart. That's your call. I don't care about you killing him this turn. I mean, eventually I'd want him dead, right? But not necessarily now.
Okay. All right. My turn?
Yep.
I'm gonna exhaust to heal up to 8. I will then shuffle the ticket to the multiverse.
And then after we're done your
My deck.
turn, Mary has a question for both of us.
Okay. I'm gonna spend my genius to play my other web bracelet.
Oh, nice.
I also think I want unflappable. We don't need thwarting as much, so I'll spend that. I will stash. It doesn't really matter. I guess ghost kick.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you don't want to do the. I mean, you're clearly doing expert defense next turn, so
yeah,
there's no reason to stash that one.
Do I ignore this thing?
Ignore it.
Or do I use him? Do I use Spider-Man for something?
I mean, you could always thwart, or you could always just start beating down Sandman.
I think I'm just gonna use Spider-Man to remove 2 off of city streets.
Okay. I mean, I'm not. That never makes me sad. All right, we readying up?
Yep.
And I draw 6 cards, which draws me an extra card.
Can you get me a card too? I'll grab one.
All right. I got Jefferson Davis, by the way.
Nice.
But I also have swing in, and acrobatics, and multitasking, and lay down the law. So, a lot of stuff. By the way, now do you see why I've laid down the law with this character? I feel like I'm always.
I mean, lay down the law is great. He also has the that 1 cost card that you never play.
Which lets him switch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, which also makes. You're right. I mean, but you'd have to get both cards in the same hand, which seems less viable. By the way, lay down the law with freaking sense of justice is pretty great.
I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, you do have Genki Lee that draws you a card, you know. So
I do have that, and I might put in Jefferson Davis even. By the way, because removing free threat doesn't make me sad, and yeah, I mean it's a little late, but we'll see. All right, so we're adding 3 to the main.
Yep.
But with the main, we've got to 22 now, so we're halfway there. Then he's confused, so doesn't attack me. He attacks you, though.
Defend, and I'm going to play Defiance.
Which is +3? Oh, no.
No, just
it
discard.
Just ignores the boost. Which, sad, only 1, but still not the worst thing in the world. Okay. I mean, him not triggering Surging Sands every turn, yeah, you protection is pretty freaking great against Sandman. Oh, I said we were going to answer Mary's question. So Mary asks, Peter, which heroes are you bringing to the con? So I didn't announce this publicly yet, but I have made terrible life choices, and I agreed to work a convention the same weekend. Not a convention. Well, it is a convention, but for my job convention. On Friday.
It sounds like a less fun convention, though.
Yes, it's Friday and Saturday of Con of Heroes. Now, does that mean I'm not coming? No, it does not. I am still coming to Con of Heroes, but I'm coming Friday night. I don't know when the con closes for the night, or not Friday night, Saturday night. So I'm gonna go because I'm gonna be out in San Diego. So I don't know how late I'm getting in. So I'm going straight from San Diego to Minnesota is my goal. And then so I'll be there late Friday night probably. And if anybody wants to meet me out Friday or Saturday night, I keep saying Friday. And then I'll be there all day Sunday. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be there all the days like I was hoping I would. Work got in the way, and me being an idiot, I thought the convention that I agreed to work was on Tuesday and Wednesday of that week. It was not. So yeah. So as of this point, I will be there. But to answer the rest of the question, Mary, I'm bringing every hero because I'm bringing everything I own. I'm just bringing
everything. Wow.
I mean, there's no reason not to. I got them in 3 boxes. Oh, they're not behind me anymore because I've actually played them physically. Actually, they're set up in the other room because we just beat whatchamacallit. 9 down says hey, Peter's going to be here on the West Coast for a bit. Woohoo! Yes. But I think the question you're asking is, what heroes do I plan on playing? Honestly, the one I'm most excited and most interested to play right now is Venom.
Hulk.
No, not Hulk. For sure not Hulk. So I will certainly have a Venom deck or multiple Venom decks good to go. Because what I might do is even just like stick with Venom and like do a Venom for every aspect, right? And just build 4 decks of Venom funness. So, but I also, you know me, I love Black Widow. And if I could try to make her work with the shield stuff, I might do that. We'll see. I've got options. But Venom is certainly one of the ones I'm going to play. No question about it. So Terence, how about you? Any heroes you're excited to bring?
I mean, do I just bring all like web heroes?
Go for it, man. I mean, that's
Spider-Man, Goat Spider.
I mean, I'll be Venom to go with
Spider-Man.
you.
No, I'll probably bring some type of Spider-Man protection deck. I've been having a lot of fun with Ghost Spider aggression, so I might do that. But I feel like since it's the newest box, a lot of people will have that as well. And then probably bring a Thor deck because I think Thor aggression is just super fun.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to think about the 4th hero.
The only negative,
maybe Wasp or something.
The only negative with me bringing Venom is everybody's probably gonna want to be playing Sinister Motives, and yeah, I can't really do that. I couldn't play Venom in that campaign, so I have to have a backup plan. So it can't be just all Venom all the time. But we'll see. Maybe we'll do some Galaxy's Most Wanted and really like torture ourselves. Although again, I actually feel like nobody's going to be playing campaigns, right? So if we're just playing one-off, who cares? I could bring Venom for one-offs.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna miss out on all the stuff. You really should just get someone to sub in for you. I feel like that's the.
I mean, how do I do that? Terence, why don't you sub in for me? I don't understand what you're asking me to do there.
Oh, just get someone to sub in for you at work.
Oh, for work. Yeah. No, that's. I think I'm literally the only person working this conference.
Yeah.
And it's.
No one wants a free trip to San Diego? What's up with that?
I've asked for it for multiple years in a row, and this is the first year they gave it to me, of course. By the way, I have 3 or 4 events that weekend, because Unpub is the same weekend as Con of Heroes. I was skipping Unpub for Con of Heroes, by the way, which is a big deal. I've never missed Unpub since I've been going. But now I'm missing it for work, so there's that.
And you're flying out Tuesday? How long are you staying?
I think I'm going to back off my flight, yes, to Tuesday. Because I was originally going to leave Monday. But now I think I'm going to stay till Tuesday. So if people want to hang out after the con, I will probably be there all day Monday. So I will happily play whatever with anybody on Monday. Certainly Marvel Champions, but if people want to play other stuff too. And I think at some point I'm going to be meeting with Barrett. Because I think Barrett says he's off all day Monday. And then I'll definitely be meeting with him and maybe Colin as well. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the One Stop Co-op Shop, it'll be a good time to see us. Yeah, if you can stay through Monday, we'll see what we can do. You know, we might end up at the Game Center again or whatever.
Yeah, I have a crazy travel schedule. I have a work thing also that week, so I'll be flying in from Valencia.
Oh, okay.
I'm leaving the work thing a day early to make it to Con of the Rings on time, or Con of Heroes on time.
Yeah, I would if I could, but like, yeah, I just can't. I can't skip this.
So I don't think I'll be bringing all my cards because I don't want to travel with all that stuff to a foreign country and back.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just bring what I can fit in a quiver, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so 9 Down says, hey, Peter's going to be there on the West Coast for a bit. Woohoo. Yep, West Coast. Actually, I have an uncle out there, so I may see him Friday night. We'll see. So I love San Diego. I haven't been since I was a kid, but I love it. Wasteland says, Nova and Ironheart released that weekend too. Oh, really? Oh, man. All right, so I guess I'm playing Nova and Ironheart all weekend. No, just kidding. Let's see. Victor says you might be able to play Venom. I guess the symbiote is the same, but there are two different hosts. Yeah, I don't know. Thematically, I wouldn't want to do that. Just I don't care what the rules say. I just don't think I'd want to because of the theme of it.
I mean, multiverse, dude.
That's true.
Multiverse Venom.
That's true. But Wasteland says.
Comics, right?
Wasteland says, "Dang, I'm flying back Monday." But hey, Mary, we could play Friday night or Sunday night. Jeez.
Or Sunday during the day.
Or Sunday
literally all
during
day
the day.
Sunday.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll make it work. I'm just saying, if she's not flying out till the next day, we do have Saturday or Sunday night even after the con, because a lot of times people end up leaving these things halfway through the day on Sunday, right? So
did you book your flight on Saturday already? Do you know when you get in?
I have not booked anything yet because I haven't booked my work flight, and I'm actually, because I don't know when the conference ends on Saturday. That's my biggest thing. I'm going to get out literally as soon as I can, but I'm flying from San Diego directly.
Yeah, that's not a direct flight, I'm pretty sure.
Well, whatever I can do to get there. I mean, my company's going to be paying for it anyway. So
yeah, I just mean like time-wise, like I think you have to count a layover, which always extends flights by at least an hour and change, right?
Yeah, and I'm losing hours too, going west to east. So it's going to be pretty late Saturday night by the time I get in, probably. Unfortunately. Yep. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the game. I am gonna flip and reveal my card, which is another scheme, which is that same dumb one scheme. All right, go ahead.
Cool.
Oh, another scheme.
You're an alter ego, right?
I think so. You can't thwart this
you can
scheme.
Do that, right?
Spend 2 resources of any type. Remove threat from the scheme equal to the alter ego's recovery. If your identity has a civilian trait, draw a card. So I got to pay 2 resources to get rid of some stuff.
But you only thwart 4, right? So you'd have to do it twice to actually get rid of it, which
yes. So I could spend 4 resources and get 2 cards back, by the way. So it's worse for other characters than it is for me.
You also have Genki Lee, so you got that going for you.
I do. So there's some options here. All right, so we're done, right? And you're first player?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep. Wait. I was ready, right? Because I played Defiance? Yes.
Yes. And did you draw your card for that? Yes, you did.
Yeah, Helicarrier.
I mean, it's good. It's pretty late in the game, but he's still at 18 life. So it's not the worst thing ever.
I'm going to play that. Helicarrier?
All right. Why not?
May I just play Night Nurse?
Night Nurse isn't terrible.
Wait, did I forget to do Unflappable? I think I did. Can I retcon that?
Yes.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that changes things. Potentially.
Yeah, I don't have any allies.
I mean, the other thing is, by the way, you can play some of these cards with this. And then put that event up here.
I still think I might just play Night Nurse and hold across, and then I'll probably play one of these next turn, right?
All right, your call.
Oh, so do you want Helicarrier?
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Does that change the calculus for you?
I mean, I don't know. Like, there's so much calculus that's going to happen. It's hard to say right now, right?
Okay, so I will then...
We'll do something with you first, right?
Remove 2 here.
Yeah, you just flip it. Oh, we got this jobber.
Yeah. I will attack with Spider-Man.
This one?
Yeah. Which readies me, and I'll attack again.
All right. And we do have these schemes, too, I just realized.
Yeah, they just came out, dude.
Yeah.
But this allows you to, if you were to Jefferson Davis, you could just kill off this thing. Dirt Trap, now that it's at 0.
That's a good call. I mean, I feel like the first thing I do is Genki Lee, obviously. So many good cards. So many good cards. I mean, I feel like, honestly, I do Energy, multitasking, and one of the swinging ends.
Oh, to get rid of this?
No, actually, I need a swinging in. No, I don't. I don't need swinging in. Yeah, to get rid of this one.
I mean, to be fair, you should do it 2 different times so you can draw the card.
Okay. All right. Yes. So first, I do it with energy. So this gets it down to 2. And then I draw a card. Ooh. Then multitasking, swinging in, gets rid of it altogether, and I draw a card. There's so much good in this hand. I think I Jefferson Davis.
Yeah, I think you put Jefferson in
with Sonic Rifle, believe it or not.
I just with the amount of times you're drawing swinging in and you're flipping down, I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
All right, so I put him in. I take the 1 threat off of this thing. That's gone. So this goes off twice. So it goes off for 1, goes off for 2.
Here, I'll help you.
Oh, you have a resource for me. I forgot.
Helicare to put your web shooter in.
Yes, thank you. Although I'm not using it this turn. So hold on. Does that change what I discard? Or do I hold swinging in, or do I... Maybe I hold Sonic Rifle.
I think you hold swing in, right? Like, you just play lay down the law to get your 4, and then you hold swing in for next turn. Well, maybe not. Well, he's not confused now because you pitch your Sonic Rifle. So yeah, you flip up, and then you flip down next turn, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Do I keep Sonic Rifle instead of swinging in? That's the choice here.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I think I keep Sonic Rifle. Because swinging camouflages. Oh, and removes threats. I'm thinking of the other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
no. Swinging is, definitely the better choice here. Because I can also use Sense of Justice to play it.
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
right,
you basically...
So I flip over, and I lay down the law right now. Right?
Yep.
Remove 4 threat. And then, should I remove the sand counters? Just because there's so much stuff that triggers it.
Yeah, I mean, that side scheme is brutal on that opening turn we got.
I mean, the other option is I could Venom Blast them right now.
Do you want to do that?
I'm not about to shuffle. But that'd be 1 less attack for you to deal with. Do you want 1 less attack?
You're tough, though, so I don't care.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, we'll stick with that. We'll get rid of the sand. I mean, I don't care when I use this power within. It'll be here. All right. That seems good. I mean, a lot of stuff going on there. But that seems good. All right. So we're going to add 3 threat. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's amazing how much threat we've gotten rid of. Like, and it's not just me.
That's what you do, right?
I mean, but think about how much, like, we had 2 10-threat side schemes where, like, there's 0 chance we get rid of them, but we did, right? That was just, what, 7 threat plus 3 on the main that we didn't even, I mean, I don't know. I guess I've never really done a good Justice deck before. It's pretty amazing.
I guess I've never tried to thwart when I picked Justice before, is basically what you just said.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now, here's the thing. We've only halfway killed Sandman. Like, I gotta be honest. Like, we're not doing a great job of, like, doing a job.
He has full health right now. Oh, no, he has half his health.
No, he has half health. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, on his first stage.
Yes. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. We've only halfway killed 1 stage of Sandman. It's not great, considering there's only 10 cards left in the deck. All right. So, first things first, Sandman's going to activate against you. You doing anything?
I'll defend.
You doing anything other card-wise?
No, I got nothing.
Boom. Shadows of the Past.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, he hits for 5.
Yes, 5. So it's 2.
He does take a damage for me.
Yep. Did he take 1 from you last turn? Yeah, he should.
I was alter ego.
No, because remember you played Unflappable.
Yeah, but it was alter ego 2 turns, remember? Oh, no. Last turn when I played Defiance? No, we did not do that.
Okay, so he took another damage last turn. So don't...
Yeah.
Oh, Unflappable doesn't go off because you took damage.
Yeah.
And you have no card to play. Oh, wait. You have 4 defense, by the way.
Yeah.
So you only take
I
one.
take 1. It was 5.
Ah, okay. Yep.
So you have to trigger. See streets.
Yep. And discard 1. Ooh! That actually is not terrible. Discarding Rhino? Oh, it wouldn't have mattered because I was tough. So he's attacking me. I am tough.
So do I... Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, nothing.
I mean, I'm tough, right? You weren't doing anything about that.
No.
Okay, so you're done. Draw your card. Boom, boom, boom. Surge and reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Hey, remember how we wanted to only draw 1 card at a time?
Tax me again.
Nine Down says it's now it's time to have Mary and Terence do the first 2 days of live stream from the con. That's not gonna happen. Live streaming without TTS is would be hard.
Do I do that instead? Pirate Punch? Web binding. I think I do web binding.
So what does that do?
Oh man.
When an enemy would activate, cancel the activation. If minion's activation is canceled,
but then
deal 4 damage.
But I think I want to hold Young Love because I want to heal.
Well, we definitely want us to heal before the end of the scenario, right?
Yeah. And I see you did not pack it in your deck.
No, I did not.
Alright. Let's do Parrot Punch.
So what is that going to do?
Cancels the attack and does +1 damage. Or does 2. Tim.
Wait, why 2? Oh, it's 1
plus 1. Yeah, 1 more.
1 more than the number of boost icons. Now, don't forget to do this and this then, right? Hold on.
Yeah. You may change form. Threat or menace. I think I want to stay in hero mode, right?
Place 2 threat on the main scheme?
I think you're okay with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, like we just talked about how much threat we have the ability to remove. Place 4 threat on the side scheme. If there's no side scheme, discard cards from the encounter deck. This isn't great. Well, I mean, whatever. It was about to go anyway, right? So,
am I first player? Of course I'm first player.
So do you just take 3 damage in your face?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, good news is you got Spider-Man to unflip you, right?
Yep. Alright.
And then you can use that to heal. Alright.
Is it your turn?
I'm actually first player. Boom, boom, boom. Alright.
Yeah. Are you actually going to use your double life?
What do you mean?
You actually have a physical resource in your hand is all.
I mean, why would I do that? The only
you get to trigger both of these things and you get to
I'm flipping down, don't forget. Am I not flipping down this turn?
Oh, I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah. No, I think I'm using these 2 cards to play for Eros. Well, I'm definitely swinging in. Let's start there with Genius.
Sure. No. Why would you not use Sense of Justice?
And double life? Just to laugh at you?
I mean, you can do what you want with double life. Sure.
I mean, I could also just use my web shooter. What do you think?
So, do you want to flip down and you want to stay down? Is that what you're saying?
I was thinking I was going to flip down this turn.
Okay.
I mean, but yeah, I can also just Venom Blast, by the way. And I thought you wanted to use Young Love. That's the only reason I was thinking about flipping down. In all honesty, I don't need to flip down.
Sure. You get a bigger hand, so it's nice.
Well, here, how about this? How about we do the opposite, though? How about I flip down this turn, and stun him, and you flip down next turn because you're going to be first player, and then you can young love next turn.
Yep.
Does that make more sense?
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to do Sense of Justice, and I'm going to do Double Life. I mean, the other option is, hold on, I could actually Double Life this turn to flip back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the point of Double Life, is you get to flip back into hero mode.
So I could flip back up after you young love this turn, is what I'm saying.
Yes. Yes, you'd have to hold.
No, I got a web shooter here.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's do that just for fun. Just to say I used it. So I'm using Sense of Justice. I'm using Making an Entrance to pay for swinging in. Remove 4 threat.
Yep.
And I camouflage, which gives me tough and him confused. And I remove 4 threat, which seems not terrible. Then I'm going to thwart for 2 and trigger this, which is a Venom Blast, which does 2 damage and stuns.
Yeah, the only downside, I guess, to this for the plan is you don't get to use your second ready.
What do you mean?
Well, if I have to flip down, it's not your turn.
I can use it to remove the sand counters at least.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to flip down. I'm going to Genki Lee to draw a card. I mean, I could...
You might as well Jefferson Davis while you're at it.
Well, yes, of course I'm Jefferson Davis. I mean, I could for Justice when I flip back over.
Yeah, you could do that. Do you want to do that?
Instead of doing Eros. But I feel like Eros is just a better, smarter call in the long run. Right?
Sure.
I mean, he's
Sure.
4 threat removal. I guess this is potentially 2. I mean, I could do both things. Play Eros this turn. Let's remove 2 threat, because that's fun.
So I am flipping down?
Yeah, you're going to flip down this turn.
Alright, so...
I'm going to double life.
Do I attack for 2?
Sure.
And then I attack again with Spider-Man?
Which gets rid of Spider-Man and does 2 more.
Do I put Spider-Man back in, or do you want Silk?
No, Spider-Man, man.
I don't know. I just know how much you hate Shao's in the past, so.
Yeah, but Spider-Man. I feel like anything that comes out, we'll be able to deal with to some degree.
All right.
Don't forget to ready yourself, by the way. Spider-Man's ability still triggers, even though he's gets put away.
I can do that to play this.
Yep. Cross the Spider-Verse to put Spider-Man back in. Well, hold on. Do something with you first before you do something with him.
Attack.
So 4 more.
Yep. And then flip down finally.
Yep.
And then play Young Love.
Yep.
Sweet Shield for 3.
Yep. So I only heal for 2.
Oh, wait. I don't... Yep. Okay.
I mean, between Night Nurse and Crew Quarters, you don't need to... Oh, you wanted to attack for 2 more before you flipped or something?
Yeah. Basically.
So attack for 2 more?
Yep.
Get him down to 2?
Yep.
Oh! They reminded me again to remember to shuffle a Miles card into my deck, which I completely...
Do you not like those cards?
I do like those cards. I mean, I do Swinging In, right? Or Swing In? Swing In, Power Within, or Arachnobatics. I mean, Arachnobatics is actually my damage card. But, what do you think? I think Swing In.
I just feel like you love Swinging In.
Kind of do. Makes me feel powerful. Make me feel... Thank you very much, the Maddie B22.
It just makes it feel like you're swinging around the city.
I mean, it does. Like, I feel like that's what Miles would do. Woohoo! as I'm like flying around doing some crazy stuff. All right. So wait, don't draw your hand up yet because my turn's not over because I still have to do this double life to change forms and ready myself because I used a fist. I mean, the other option is I could just get rid of 4 justice and not use the fist and not care about readying. I mean, removing 1 sand counter, do we care about that?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to keep the counter on.
I feel like the wild is just nice to have.
Well, and it's an extra resource for future turns. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it that way. All right. So now I'm readying up and I'm drawing 5 cards. Yeah, because I'm tough. Also, in case he does draw something stupid. All right. So 4 threat on the main scheme. I feel like it was at 3. All right. And then stunned and confused again. Not the first time that has happened. Then we go ahead and take a card each. And that's it. I mean, yeah. Place 4 threat on a side scheme. Oh, this one.
You'll be really happy with the card that I drew.
Is it shadows? Hold on. Don't tell me. Let me find a side scheme after we deal out 57 cards. Which garbage is this? 6. It's the alter ego garbage one. All right, flip it. Let me see shadows. Gosh darn it. Of course it is. Drink. Everybody drink. This is you. This is you. And this garbage goes in here. So what's your villain? Because he comes out first. Force interrupt. When the villain phase begins, heal 1 damage from the lizard. Well, that shouldn't matter. What's this garbage? Peter Parker's research into healing properties of lizard DNA has backfired, turning him and all those who come in contact with this serum into reptilian monstrosities. Force interrupt. When the villain phase begins, heal 1 damage from each enemy. Oh, no,
That's not great. Not great.
It's only 5, though. But we also have this garbage, which you could get rid of from your alter ego side by discarding 4 cards, by the way. And are you a civilian? You are. So you would actually draw 2 cards as well. So you could get rid of this on alter ego.
Do you want to split that, or do you want me to do it?
Well, I am face up, so you tell me.
Are you flipping down?
I mean, of course I'm flipping down. Well, maybe not. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I'll probably flip down. Feels like I flip down every turn. So why wouldn't I flip down this turn?
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, if you want to split it, that's fine.
Alright. Energy. Remove 3 off of it.
Yep.
Well, do you want me to do it again?
Did you draw a double again?
I did. I'm trying to think what I want to do here.
Well, figure that out. If you can afford it, pay it. If not, don't worry about it.
I clearly should have done this last turn, but I'll do it this turn.
What is it?
Shuffle Ticket into the Multiverse into my deck.
Oh, what does that do?
It's just a 2 resource card, right?
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, why don't you pay for it? Because you weren't expecting a double resource there, so it's kind of like a free. It's like a free resource for you.
All right, what am I doing here? I guess I don't like allies or something.
Well, hold on. You're healing yourself. Oh, you did heal yourself with whatchamacallit, right? I mean, you may as well Night Nurse too, just to be. Well, we're not killing him this turn, so never mind.
All right. Okay. So at this point, I can flip up. Attack the Sandman. Is that the right call here?
I mean, so we're gonna flip him. We do have Lizard here, also. Just a reminder.
Ghost kick.
What was that?
Ghost kick him. I'm gonna ghost kick him.
Okay. All right. So we're advancing. Boom. One reveal. Place 1 sand counter on the city streets. And resolve its surging sands. So which adds another one. and we discard 3. Oh, that's sad to lose 2 of those guys. I mean, they surge, so I guess it's not that sad.
You just want Angelum into play.
Right.
Okay. I will then spend 1 here to get rid of Ghost Kick, I guess, for my hand.
Okay. 6 damage. Boom, boom,
6
boom.
6 damage.
Hey, guess what? That healing factor is not doing a whole lot now, is it? Hold on. Let's see what I can do for threat removal. Oh, I got laid on the law. Never mind. We're good.
2.
2 what?
Off of his hit points.
Off of his life.
Yeah.
I must break you.
At this point, you might as well Spider-Man, right?
2 more damage?
Unless you don't have the thwart.
No. 2 damage is fine.
Alright, so then I'll ready myself. And... oh, wait. I forgot to draw a card. I'm playing that. I mean... do I hold these?
Well, one of them you put on...
or just play Spider-Man.
Play Spider-Man. Why not? When Spider-Man leaves play... So only this card, by the way. If you saw my video and thought I was doing it wrong, I was. Spider-Man leaves play, discard top 3 cards of the encounter deck, deal damage to the villain equal to the number of boost icons. I mean, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, but these are also really good.
They are.
Like for me. You're sacrificing 3 0-cost event cards.
Yeah, which lets you draw cards and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, just discard Spider-Man, put one of the events there, and call it a day.
Alright, I'll do 2 more damage.
Well, you don't have to discard it yet, by the way. I mean...
do I just play him, though?
What, or do you want to take Standoff to City Streets? Or we don't care about that?
Yeah, let me take Standoff City Streets.
Instead of doing 2 damage. Alright. So what does Arrows do again? Well, nothing if I use him, because then he's dead. I mean, I don't feel like I care here about getting a chumper. I mean, I'm clearly laying down the law on web shooting, right? So, alright, but I'm not going to use Genki Lee or Jefferson Davis this turn, is what that means. Alright, I am going to use Genki Lee, because I'm not flipping down this turn, correct? I think that's the... I mean, I'm tough. And
sure.
There's 7 threat on the main, and I don't know that I'll be able to do anything about it. So...
oh, I mean, you do have Make an Entrance, but you don't need healing.
Yeah, I'm full at this point. Should be full, yes. No, I'm definitely laying down the law. Oh, I have to change form.
Are you playing Web Shot? Are you playing Web Shot?
I am.
I mean, at that point, I might as well play Spider-Man then, right?
Okay.
Because he'll be stunned and you're tough.
Yes. And I might be flipping down.
Of course you're flipping down. If that's the case, I'm going to have to work for 2 with him.
On the main?
Yeah.
I just realized I can't web shot, so you might want to do 2 off of this, actually. I mean, I can't lay down the law. I just realized.
Oh. Sure. Whatever you want.
Yeah, I was planning on laying down the law, but I realized can't do that. Because I'm not flipping. So 2 off of this one. Alright.
Did you Genki Lee then? Or are you flipping down?
I have not yet. Well, actually, Jefferson Davis can remove it if I flip down, too. So now I feel like I am flipping down. Right?
It's your call, man.
I feel like web shot is the right call here. So what resource do I need? A lightning? So I just use Qzar and laying down the law to web shot. So that's a total of 6 damage and stunned. So it's 4, then 2, and stunned. I mean, that feels real good. Honestly. Then I'm gonna thwart with arrows and just kill him. I don't really care. So that's 2 more off here. Do I thwart or attack?
I feel like regenerative research would be nice to get rid of if you can.
I'm gonna
But...
get rid of when I go down with Jefferson
Okay.
Davis.
He only does one, right? So you need to do two somewhere?
Right. Why do I need to do two somewhere? I'm saying I could either thwart the main
Oh.
or attack him. Now, I will remind you at the end you get more experience if main is at 0.
Okay. So why don't you do main?
All right. Then I'm going to flip down. Genki leader, draw a card. For justice. Which would have been nice 5 minutes ago. Oh, I could have made an entrance, I just realized. Why wouldn't I have done that?
Because you don't need to heal.
With sense of justice.
Yeah.
But I mean, it removes 2 more threat, right?
No, making an entrance isn't a thwart.
No, I thwarted, don't forget, 2 seconds ago. I could have...
No, I just mean you can't use sense of justice to pay for it.
Oh, well, never mind. I wouldn't have used Jack Flag. That's fine then. Alright. So I am using Jefferson to get rid of this, which gets rid of this healing nonsense. And then... guess I'm going to get rid of this, and I'll hold Jack Flag in for justice.
Sure.
And call it a day. Alright, let's draw them up. Oh, when I flip down, I should have put a stupid card in. Hold on, let me put all those back.
You really don't like to do that, do you?
I mean, I keep forgetting to do it. Doesn't mean I don't like to do it. So my choices are Web Shot. I feel like Web Shot at this point, right? Web Shot or Arachnobatics. I feel like Web Shot. That's 6 damage. It's almost 8, and it stuns. The reason I say almost 8 is because the other one is 8, but he has to be stunned and confused to do it. By the way, I got Swinging In, Laid on the Law, For Justice, Wicked, Quake, and Jack Flag. You want thwarting? We got some thwarting over here. What did you put that counter for there for?
It was on. It was over like your cards in my.
Oh, random.
TTS.
We'll just put it there. All right, so we're done here.
Yep.
All right, so we will add 4 to the main. Then he will do what? He'll
do something.
Try to attack you, but is stunned. He will thwart against
sad,
me.
But
what was that?
Makes me a little sad, but it's fine.
He thwarts for 1 against me, which also makes me sad. Oh no, wait, it doesn't. All right, so we're done. Just draw a card. I got you. That's your back, bro.
This card, Dirt Trap.
Oh, that dumbness. All right. Ooh.
What does this say?
Remove it from the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to get rid of both of my allies otherwise. Yeah, no thank you. We'll put it by the victory display over there. That is my victory that I have overcome my whatever, keeping secrets. All right.
You've told them?
I've told all my
them
secrets.
The lies?
All right, so Genki Lee first. Jefferson Davis removes this. And does this twice. So we do it for 2 and then 3. So it's total 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. All right, I think I just flip up now, right?
Probably.
Ain't no reason to be here anymore. When I do that, isn't there one when I flip? After you change form. Yep. Use Sense of Justice to remove 4 threat from the main scheme. We're not killing them this turn, I assume. So I could Swinging In. Or I could Jack Flag. And save
You finally gonna play?
I'm going to play Jack Flag. Because here's the thing. I can save Swing In for next turn. Because I'm already tough.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, unless you're flipping down, he doesn't need to be confused, right?
Yep.
So I think I just go all in on Jack Flag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, Jack Flag. So for those who don't know him, after he thwarts, place an ammo counter on him, exhaust him, and remove an ammo counter to deal 2 damage to an enemy. So I'm just going to thwart for 2 with him and get that ammo counter. 1, 2 off of main. And I am done, sir. Oh, I still have this web shooter too, which, whatever.
I am going to thwart 2 with Spider-Man.
Okay. Got it.
Which allows me to draw a card. And also triggers his discard the top 3 cards, deal damage equal number of boost icons.
Okay. So 1, 2. That's not great. Oh, come on.
That's like world status.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be better and better the harder the villains get, by the way. But yeah, 2 damage for 3 cards is sad in multiple ways.
I will attack and also trigger my Ghost Kick.
So what's Ghost Kick? 6 damage?
Yep.
And then that readies you again and lets you draw a card.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a total of 8 damage, right?
Yep.
Well, shoot, now I feel like maybe I should have swung in.
Why?
I don't know, just to get rid of that last threat, just in case you kill him here.
I mean, I don't think I can kill him. I don't think I do.
You can do 6 more damage here. You probably want to do that too to shuffle Spider-Man back in, right? Unless you want to wait for that other card.
No, I never want to play Spider-Man. He's so expensive.
He
It's like 1 of each resource. Like, I feel like I only managed that in my aggression build of this because I was running the power of the people.
Right.
Powering all of us. So. Alright, I think I just stash expert, and may I just even hold this hand?
You're literally just gonna hold your entire hand.
And I think I'm just gonna heal up.
Just to be safe?
To be safe, right? In case I need to heal someone else another time.
Yeah, so wait, hold on. So, what are you doing with you? Yeah. 2 more?
Should I attack him for 2 and then use Spider-Man to reduce this down to 1?
Yep, for sure. Alright.
Yeah, do I hold my hand? That's probably a terrible idea. We don't need Phantom Flip, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm swinging in next turn, so no.
Of course I drew another Phantom Flip. Alright.
Ready up, draw 4 cards for me.
Wait,
oh, wow. I get 2 double resources with literally 0 that needs them. Well, I mean, they're not really double resources. They're only double resources if I have the right stuff. Okay. Yep. We might be able to kill him this. I mean, I assume we're trying to kill him between my web shot doing 6 damage. Jack Flag will shoot for 2.
Web shot only does 6 because you're triggering the other thing.
Yeah. I mean, it always triggers the other thing. Like, if I'm not triggering the other thing, I'm doing something really wrong. Alright, so we're going to add 4 to the main. Then he is going to attack me. I'm tough, so I don't care. So, yep, gets rid of tough.
I'm going to defend this, and I'm going to trigger my expert defense.
Which one's that one do?
+3 defense. So I'm defending for 7.
Yep, you needed all 7 of it too. Actually, you needed 6 of the 7.
He takes damage from electrostatic. I'll trigger Unflappable.
So hold on. Slow down. So he takes the damage.
Yep.
You drew a card because of Unflappable, which now empties your deck. So you gotta draw a card.
Yep.
And not a good card. And not in a good way. Now you also did a defensive card, which would ready you, and you could draw another card.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And do I counter punch for 4?
And why not?
I for sure counter punch for 1 because I got to draw a card for it, right?
Your hero defends against the enemy attack, deal damage.
So that's 2.
Oh, you have another one? Yeah, it's a 0 cost card. Absolutely, you counter punch him.
Yeah, but it's just like, would you use it as a resource for something else?
I mean,
But-
one card for 2 damage, I feel is worth it. I just feel like it's gonna. Oh, it's not gonna be that close. He's at 13. Never mind. I'm hitting for 6. Never mind. We got him. It doesn't matter. You don't need it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It literally doesn't matter. Like, we just have to survive this round of cards, and it's good. Although we want to stay at full health, right? That's the key here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I draw a card. You draw a card.
Yeah.
By the way, I feel like we made Sandman look easier than he is. Sandman is no pushover. So let's talk about some of the end of the mission stuff here. So this,
We gotta beat him first. Come on.
no, but this is important. Like, how do you get experience at the end of the mission? So after the mission's over, you get experience for this. The thing I like about this campaign, which I don't think any of the other ones have done, is they made it consistent. It's always this at the end of every campaign mission. So it's 2 victory points for victory point display, 1 for no side schemes, 1 for 1 or fewer acceleration tokens in play, which sucks because we got 2. 1 for no defeated identities. You get 1. Can you move your hand, please? For no threat on the main scheme, and 1 for no minions in play. So you want to get experience here because that's actually your score at the end of the campaign, as well as like getting you power ups throughout the campaign. So those are all things we want to think about. So we'd love to clear the main scheme of threat. We'd love to have no villains or side schemes in play. Just as a reminder for things that we care about here. And obviously none of us defeated. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile and set aside area for a copy of your obligation. So, even though I removed it from the game, it still comes back. I think I get rid of them. Right? I don't care.
Alright.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, at this point, I'm 2 threat removal or 2 attack. I feel like that's way more important for this last turn. If it was even the second to last turn, I might think differently. But since we're going into the last turn, I feel like that's more important. Go ahead.
Tax me again.
So you have that thing to cancel it, web binding.
Yeah. It's probably the right call, right?
I mean, you have web binding in your hand too, so you just play that one with your double resource.
I mean, you for sure play the one in George Stacy if this is the last turn, because then it leaves you more cards in your hand.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Lizard attacks you. He attacks you again. You can play the other one. I can do 8 damage and get all the threat off. So if you can do 5 damage, you don't care.
Pyrrhot punch.
So you got rid of it?
Does damage.
You can do 6 just with you and Spider-Man, by the way. In case you were wondering.
It's my turn?
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to spend Web Binding and Helicarrot to play Tick into the Multiverse. I'm going to stash Ghost Kick. Discard this to shuffle, ready each of my upgrades, and draw a new hand. Oh, wait,
no. You don't discard it. You get rid of it forever. Remove it from the game. Discard your hand, shuffle your discard pile into your deck, and draw up to your hand size.
I guess I attack for 2.
Yep. I see what's going on here.
I attack for Spider-Man for 2.
Spider-Man goes away. You ready?
Do you want to draw a card? Do you want me to draw a card?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead and
Why don't you draw a card?
You get 2 double resources, dude. Draw a card.
Okay. I'll spend the 2 to put Spider-Man back into play.
Jeez, that's so ridiculous. He's gonna attack for 2.
Attack for 2. Oh, do you need me to thwart at all to get the 0?
No, okay. I'll do it.
Because you can do it yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Just don't kill him. I do need you to not kill him, so I can do all that removing of threat.
Oh wait, you can play this action now, right?
Yes. Or are you gonna remove the 2 threat then? All right.
Yeah, why don't we have him remove 2 threat?
All right. So I'm going to use this thing just so I say I used it. And I'll use this resource to remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you paid for it using that, I get 2 camouflage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He is confused and I am tough. Because that's how I roll.
Does that remove, that drops down 2?
What do you mean?
Wait, so I want my last Spider-Man to drop it down to 0, I think.
You need to drop it down to 0, yes.
Yeah, so did you take his last Spider-Man's action against his health?
What do you mean?
Did you not count it yet? When I exhausted Spider-Man for this last time already?
I did.
Okay.
So he's at 6.
Can we do that on threat instead?
Dude, just remove 2 threat, and I'm gonna web shot him. All right, and it'll be over.
I will attack and trigger Phantom Flip to remove 5 off the main, and then 2 to do Ghost Kick for the 6.
I mean, seriously. Yes, and I could web shoot him for 6 more damage and stun him. By the way, he'd be stunned, confused, beaten to a pulp, and dead. All right. So let's see what we do at the end of the campaign or end of the mission. So victory on the reputation track using condition sections. Calculate your group. All right. So again, we look at the bottom. Victory points on display. We had 2. And just as a reminder, actually, I guess we should put victory point cards here. We did Public Outcry, which has a victory, and Off the Rails, which has a victory. So go ahead and or I can do it. Mark 2 boxes. We'll talk about what this means in a minute, but let's get all our victory points. No side schemes in play. That's another one. Fewer than 1 acceleration tokens in play. We didn't get that. Unfortunately, there's 2 acceleration tokens. So we didn't get that one. No defeated identities. We did do that. No threat on the main scheme. We did do that. And no minions in play. We did do that. So the way this works, or is it going to walk us through this over here? Let's see. In the campaign log, let's see what community service we did. We did Off the Rails, so we can never get off the rails again. So under community service here, we put Off the Rails. Remaining hit points, so we're going to do Gwen, had 10 points remaining. And Miles had 9 hit points remaining. Oops. So we will be full hit points at the beginning of next thing. All right. So that's it. Expert campaign, recorded a point. Okay, so this is how this works. First thing we do is look at all the left side stuff, and we do that. Then, at the beginning of the mission, we're going to do all the right side stuff next. So left side, deal 3 campaign shield tech cards. All right. So you want to be first or second?
It doesn't matter.
All right. And Noemi's stop. So 1, 2, 3. Who did you say? You? So you can have this permanent setup card, which gives you +2 hit points, which, by the way, is ridiculous for defense. When the villain phase begins, spend 1 resource of any type until the end of the phase. Reduce the amount of damage your hero takes from each enemy attack by 1. By the way, each enemy attack by 1 for 1 resource. Pretty good. Permanent
I feel like
setup.
I take that, right?
-1 thwart and +1 attack. Your hero's basic attacks gain overhill. I mean, if you're staying protection, right? I don't know if you're staying protection or not.
Even if I don't stay protection, I still defend.
It's pretty good. Do you know what's on the other side of this? It's stupid. No. Well,
3?
It's an ability you can keep doing it over and over by discarding cards from the top of your deck. You just basically, it's infinite boots, from what I can tell. It doesn't say once per turn or anything. When your hero would take any amount of damage from an enemy attack, discard cards from the top of your deck.
You do have to take multiple sources of damage though.
What do you mean? Why?
Like, because it says when you take any amount of damage.
We cheated when we played it.
Like, it all comes at once, right? So if you get 5 damage, you can't trigger it 5 times.
It's only 1 trigger. Barrier. All right, so I cheated when we played that for sure in our campaign. That's a good call. All right, it's still pretty good. So there's that. There's -1 thwart +1 attack. That might be real good for you. And you gain overkill if you're going aggression. Hero's thwart power can only remove threat from a scheme with the most threat. So, which of those do you want?
What do you think? What do you think? Should I go laser goggles? Do you think I should go armor?
I mean, that's up to you. I think they're both very good for you, depending on where you're going.
Do you care that my thwart is 0?
I do not care that your thwart is 0. I do not foresee us using it ever again.
Is that like? I feel like three attack gets you at a point where you can kill a lot of minions. Is that true?
Yeah.
One shot a lot of minions.
Go for it, man. Just take it, because you have those counter punches too, which is good. All right, so
Yeah.
now I'm going to shuffle. No whammies, and stop. All right. I think I might take the defense, even though I'm not taking much damage. Let's see what else I have. Basic thwart power can only remove threat from a scheme with the most threat, but you get +1 thwart, and you ignore crisis icons. I feel like that's a dangerous game. I feel like that's when I am our main source of thwarting. Hero response: after your hero makes basic attack against an enemy, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If no boost icons were discarded this way, stun that enemy. Hero makes a basic attack. I mean, I don't basic attack very much, but I would with this. I mean, but I feel like that's worse and worse as the campaign goes on. So,
is that true? Oh, because the number of boost
because
icons.
the number of boost icons goes up as the campaign goes on. All right, so I'm between these two.
I mean, to be fair, you're doing most of your thwarting with events.
That's true.
So it's not terrible, but it does reduce flexibility by a ton.
I mean, but ignoring crisis icons, not the worst thing in the world. Imagine if we never had to get rid of those one threat jobbers this entire game.
Yeah.
Here gets +1 thwart. Wait. Oh, what's on the other side? Your hero's basic thwart power can only...
You get to ignore patrol as well, which is kind of crazy.
And it's +2 thwart, by the way.
Yeah. But ignoring patrol is pretty massive.
So better defense or better thwarting?
I mean, I don't know. You've played, so I feel like you know better than me.
I mean, I feel like it's a toss-up. Does anybody in the chat? Oh, Brent joined us. Welcome, Brent. I don't know. What do you guys think? More threat removal or more... I mean, I'm a threat removal person. I don't like the loss of flexibility. But I don't know. I mean, I got hit once that entire game. I feel like it's not going to get worse after this game unless you're going away from protection.
I was thinking about going away from protection, but I might not.
I will say the last scenario, you kind of want control over where your threat removal is a little bit. But I still feel like this is the right call. I'm going to do retinal display. All right.
Okay.
So actually, we're going to put it over here because we're going to log it. So shield tech for player 1 is which?
Laser goggles.
And I had retinal display. What did I spell? I don't even know what word I was trying to spell. Retinal display. All right. So that's all that. So that's the campaign stuff. So we get these shield techs. We each get that. So that's one good thing we're getting. During step 13 of game setup, each player takes an additional mulligan. So we each mulligan twice, which is pretty darn good. But what's going to happen? The enemy gets some bonuses too. First, choose one Osborne tech attachment at random. So we got to do that. Shuffle them. Actually, these we can flip down. And stop. They get the arm cannon. So that is now...
Oh, yeah, that's the one in my campaign now.
So it's an arm cannon?
Yeah. It's nasty. Discard the highest cost upgrade you control to discard it.
Oh, yeah. Attach villain attacks again. or gain overkill and piercing though. I mean, you don't really care about that always.
But you do when you have tough.
Well, yeah, and overkill's stupid too. Actually, the more I think about it, yeah, no, that's terrible. In fact, yep. So that's pretty bad. Oh, Nebula is who I played in our campaign. I just realized because Nebula doesn't care about discarding upgrades, not even a little bit. I mean, she
like discard the card that I was gonna discard anyways. Cool.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, you lose whatever little benefits on it, but I mean, sometimes not little, but all right. So we also place one additional threat per player on the main scheme during setup. So there's two things that are going to happen. We put that card in during setup, and we do this during setup. All right. So that is how the campaign works. That's it. So we beat Sandman. I am not going to reveal because I realize we just read the stuff that happens at the beginning of the next mission at the beginning of the next one anyway. So we'll save it as a little bit of a surprise for next time for those people who don't know what's going on. All right. So Terence, I was going to bring you in, but then I realized. So hold on. Let me do something real quick. Forget it. I don't have time for all that. Here's what I'm going to do. Get rid of studio mode, and I'm going to blow us up this way. Boom. We're just big now.
And biggin.
We just embiggened. All right. So, Terence, let's talk about it.
What's up? What's the topic?
Oh,
many.
I said what we were going to talk about, and then I spaced.
Was live play.
Oh, live play versus, yeah. So we'll try to do this pretty quickly, and everybody else, please feel free to join in on this discussion. So, after playing live, I realized, because I always said TTS makes things faster, and I do agree in some ways that it does make things faster. I know other people have said the exact opposite. But the ways I think it makes it faster is obviously setup, right? If you don't come with a preset hero deck, although I guess you have to do that ahead of time anyway, so maybe actually it doesn't make it that much of a difference for your hero deck because you'll probably show up with it pre-built anyway. But putting all the modulars in, putting all that stuff in, I think no, because I was going to say it's even faster. Like if you lose and you set up and want to play again, but I don't even know that TTS is faster for that because you just shuffle the cards together for the most part.
Unless you're playing Hood.
Right. Well, yes. Hood is a pain to play live. Okay, so TTS is a benefit for that for sure. But live play isn't as slow as I remembered. I guess that's the point of all this. And the reason it isn't as slow is I think when I was playing live before, I was a new player and just everything was slower. So part of the reason TTS seems faster for me, and part of the reason I didn't go back to live play is because I was like, oh, TTS is just so fast. And that is true, but I don't think it's that much faster. I think it's the fact that I know the game better now that makes it much faster.
It also might be your collection was not as organized, and also maybe was not your collection because wasn't it like Mike's copy originally?
No, it was Mike's copy, but he always got it for me. Like, he got it as a review copy, but it was always meant for me. So, because he was collecting Arkham, and he didn't want to collect 2 LCGs. So, since I ended up paying for every expansion that's ever come out, he did not want to do that. So, no, it was always mine.
Right, but it just like, when you first get it, it's probably not as organized, and it makes a big difference, I think, in any board game. If you have a collection that is organized, you know how to pull what you need to pull, it makes setup and teardown much faster in general.
Yes, well. Although I will say the thing that I still hate is teardown. I think even if it doesn't make a difference anywhere else, TTS for teardown makes a huge difference. Because separating all the standard cards, all the expert cards, you usually have more than one modular now. At least certainly in this campaign, everything's got at least 2 modulars. In addition to separating out the standard decks, so you're making 5 piles at the end every time.
Yeah. Man, have you ever tore down Arkham Horror?
No. No, and
It's like 5, 6 sets oftentimes because some of these sets are like 3 cards.
yeah,
It's like 3 cards, 4 cards, and it like and setup takes like 20, 30 minutes sometimes for me. Just like, oh yeah, let me find that card.
yeah.
Let me set this up in a specific way. So
Yeah, so I mean that is for me that is the biggest negative, but I do think live play I don't know that I think it adds something though. That's the one thing I'm still not sure if it adds. Certainly if I'm playing with my son, if I have the option and I'm look, when I go to Con of Heroes, I'm not bringing my computer with me, right? I would much rather play face to face with people, but I still don't know that I care if I'm playing by myself or playing neither way is it make that much of a difference to me that I would care playing by myself. But when I'm playing with somebody, of course, obviously if I'm playing over distance, I'd rather play TTS. I don't want to do cards and some other whatever. I don't want to do that. I'd much rather play TTS in that scenario. But in real life, face-to-face, I'd much rather use the cards.
I think for a lot of people, it's the physicality. Like
Yeah.
there's something about holding the physical cards, touching the components, especially when you bling stuff out. Like, like it's nice to have the custom tokens and other things. It looks nice.
I
I think
love
one
my
of the things that
tokens. I do have the burger tokens. I love those.
I think one of the other things for me as well is I mean, TGS is fine, but it's harder. It's easier for me to see the board in person, and see the art across the table.
Sure.
Like for me, having to zoom out, it feels very zoomed out when I want to see everything, and so I actually tend to play a little more zoomed in. But then you have to like move. It's not terrible, but you got to like kind of pan the thing around.
Sure.
And it's much easier for me to when you've kind of memorized because you played the game enough of like, oh, I know based on the art what that does. So I don't have to like pick it up. I think that is one advantage of TTS is like you can just hit Alt and get the pop up.
Oh,
And not have to like
absolutely.
ask someone across the table, be like, "What does that thing do? Can you hand me your card?" Or
I
hand that
can't
thing to me so I
imagine
can read it.
streaming non-TTS. I know people do it, and I know some people like it, but
You mean like Brant, Lily in the chat?
yeah. Well, Brant and yeah, I know there are channels that do it. In fact, every channel beside ours do it, but I just can't imagine trying to zoom in on the cards every time or just assume people know what it does, which is fine, but I know I don't know what every card does, and I've played this game hundreds of times, right? So like I
It's
mean,
because you get distracted by these other board games. Peter.
I do. I guess if this is the only game I played, I would know it that well, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I like zooming in on the cards, especially when it's new, right? Because there's always something new. Like, we're very rarely playing with the same thing we played for weeks and weeks in a row. And even in a campaign setting like this, where we are playing with similar decks or the same decks, you're still fighting a different enemy every time. So I need to know what all their cards do. So we do have quite a few comments, but before we get to them, you said something that triggered something in my brain a second ago. But I can't remember what it is now. So we'll just go to the comments. Mary says, knowing the game better definitely makes it faster. My friends and I sometimes play at work at lunch, and we're playing with heroes we know against villain we know and run through it very fast. When we get a new person playing with us, we don't even make it through the first villain phase. Yes, that's for sure. That's me. I actually like holding cards. This is all Mary still. But I'm also single-handedly keeping BTST solvent. I don't know what that means. BTST?
It's buy the same token. It's another
a token
accessory company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like all these tokens and stuff for even like the different kind of generic counters, like each of the kind of different ones that you would have, so you can buy them, and some people are really into that. And they also have boards like kind of Covenant ones too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't. The only accessory I bought, maybe that'd be another topic. I mean, we can just talk about it right now, real quick. The only accessory I own is burger tokens, and I think I bought all of them, and I might even bought 2 sets of some of them to have extra health and extra threat tokens, but I like them. They're basically stickers that you stick onto pennies, so they got nice weight and heft to them. The only negative with them is you have to have pennies, but you know, you go to the bank and get like whatever, one roll of pennies and it'll be enough for all the tokens you need. But I do like the way they feel. They're very squishy because they're like squishy stickers, like on a very hefty, firm thing, which is the pennies. So they're very satisfying to play with live. How about you, Terence? What do you use any special tokens or anything?
I have the Team Covenant ones. I know a lot of people aren't super big fans of them, but I like them. I like the kind of boards and stuff that you kind of slot the stuff in. So the tokens don't cover the player art and card.
Yeah.
So that's what I have. And they have. I also have like the spider board and the spider token. So those are fun.
That's cool. Yeah, I know you're a big Spider-Verse fan. All right, so we got Steve from Beat the Game that says, "What up, fellas? What's up, Steve?" Bahamut says, "BTST isn't just you, Mary. I should own stock." So there's another fan for BTST. I'll have to look into that after we're done.
Yeah, there's a big following on the Discord for buy the same token. They have they're saying like getting a subscription because I think they're one of the few ones that just keep coming out with new tokens to match kind of all the different kind of things that you can have in the game. Like they have activation tokens too, where just like I've exhausted my hero. They have they also have like status conditions from all the different like kind of side schemes and things like that add that stuff onto the board.
Oh, okay.
So you can like put that on the main scheme, so you don't have to like remember off the side. So like when it comes into play, you can kind of just put it to kind of remember there, you know.
That's cool. So like does it replace some of the generic tokens? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they have stuff that will also just replace the generic tokens as well.
So it's more specific to the scenario, like ammo in some situations.
Yeah, like so, like you love Hawkeye, right? So they have generic tokens that are the arrows on one side and then twos on the other. So you can like have that for kind of Hawkeye counters.
Okay.
So they have a lot of very like specific ones. They have glory tokens that have the Mjolnir hammer. They have tokens for different steadies. They have like resource tokens too, for different things. I just know like every time there's a new type of generic counter you could have, they like come up with a token for it. So like War Machine, there's the ammo tokens as well, and so they just have, if you love tokens, they have tokens for you. For sure.
Nice. All right. Well, they didn't pay us to sponsor them today, so maybe we should. But it's something cool to look into.
I don't own them, but I know a lot of people do love them.
Yeah. So Steve says reading is key. So he's talking back on my comments, I think, about playing live and either holding the card up to the screen or reading the cards. He said reading is key. And I know Steve probably does more Marvel Champion streams than anybody else. So if anybody's an expert in that, I think it's probably Steve, because that's all his channel focuses on. So Mary says, buy the same token. Then Mary says, I'll bring them with me. So Mary will have them for us to see at Con of Heroes, which would be awesome.
Yep. I'm sure her and a bunch of other people.
Yeah, so Bahamut says, I'm an acrylic junkie. I've been since X-Wing. The TC ones are pretty, but I can't read them. Team Covenant, I guess that is. So,
yeah.
Let's see. Steve says, I love the cityscape. Just got the new environment with the Statue of Liberty profile. It really brings the game to life. And then, so Wasteland says, or Mary says, the cityscape is great. So is that the Team Covenant thing?
No, that's buy the same token.
Okay. That's the stand-up, right? You stand up the environment.
Yeah, it's a stand
and the
where you can like put your environment card. It's basically like a holder for the environment card to kind of stand up. So it's like at an angle, so you can read it.
So, Terence, you got Team Covenant and buy the same token coming to Con of Heroes this year. Got them sponsoring the event.
Is that I don't think we have any sponsors at all.
Oh.
No.
Well, there you go.
So
We'll have to
it's
sponsor
all
you guys next year.
it's all player funded, where we use the ticket sales, and I put some money in as well as kind of the other organizers to kind of make it happen. A few $100 each, I think.
Oh man, well I put money in too, since I'm not going to make it there till basically Sunday. I'm basically donating this year as well. Although I will be there, so save my goodie bag if there's anything you think I'd want in there.
Like the modular cards.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
you want those.
remember we talked about those, and I said I definitely wanted that, and like before I even knew you had it. So yes,
Yeah,
I definitely want that stuff.
Kenny Hawk has been spoiling some of the stuff in the appropriate discords, on like the main Marvel one, and it's been it's been neat to see. Well, I mean, I know all the stuff on there, but it's been neat to kind of see other people get some spoiler stuff for it.
Nice. All right, Terence. Well, I promised we weren't going to stay too long tonight, so let's save some of this discussion for next week. Are we back Friday next week?
I think I fly back on Friday.
All right, so maybe we're even Saturday next week. We'll see. I might change.
Yeah, I can probably do weekend.
Okay, so maybe we change to Saturday next week. We're just going to keep you guys on your toes. So subscribe, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have notifications on. That way you know when we are streaming. I might even be streaming tomorrow night, but Mike hasn't called back, so I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow night. See, this is why I can't schedule nice things ahead of time, because my friends refuse to call me back. So Mike hasn't called yet. Jerry said he's down for playing whatever tomorrow night. So just keep your eye on the, if you're subscribed, just keep your eye on the YouTube feed, or if you're in our Discord, keep an eye on the streaming channel, and you'll get a notification, when we're about to do something. But literally, I might not know until 9:55 tomorrow if we're starting at 10. So I have no idea, but we're thinking about playing something online tomorrow. So if it's co-op, we will probably stream it. So keep an eye out for that.
Nice.
All right, man. Great talking to you as always. And
Yep.
I will talk to you soon. It's great playing live again, man. I love it.
Yep. It's been too long.
Yes. All right. Night, everybody. Bye.
Night.